Coffee time and a big day on Bassmaster.com. Look, Volume 2, Zona Live. We were supposed to be on Lake St. Clair, but a storm from the east kind of slapped us in the face, so we're going to be on Sneaky Lake. But a storm from the south decided to join us on Sneaky Lake on 1 KVD.
16 hours straight from Toledo Bend, man. We have been looking forward to this. Been planning for months. And this past week, God, the weather just got us. It's going to blow in a little bit, but we're going to put a smackdown. We're going to mega smackdown them today.
Here's what I can tell you. I have a caged animal that's been sitting out here for an hour.
I want to jerk my jerk bait.
Welcome to Zona Live, presented by Humminbird.
Here's my guy. We're back.
Whoa. Give me something right there. That's a big one.
Gigantor.
Holy cow. Look at these, dude. Yeah, bud.
Attaboy.
Yeah. How about that right there now? Yeah.
Got one. Game over. Lights out. Woo!
You're watching Zona Live. Brought to you by Humminbird.
We're going real quick, gang. We're gonna give away a bunch of prizes today. Now get ready. The grand prize later today, best viewer question, right, Such? Let me introduce the gang. EK, Eric Kafka, the Such, Vandy, camera boat right there. We're gonna give away a bunch of prizes today. Hashtag Zona Live. But look, gang, I'm gonna be dead serious. This first hour is kind of critical because there is a storm that way coming in.
I can cast.
Let's go. We on. All right, here's what I want to do while KVD's running the boat is this little lake that we're on. Kevin actually made the comment. Did you win a tournament here when you were 16?
I won a club tournament here when I was 16.
16. But the beautiful
Back in the day.
The beautiful thing about this lake, there's not many small ones. I hate to say that and jinx us, but there are great big ones in this lake. Sneaky Lake, Lake Menderchuck.
Got the first cast out of the way. Menderchuck. A lot of history here.
And here's basically what we're going to be doing today. These are all big black pre-spawn largies.
You can see the trees are barely budding.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I came from Toledo Bend and it's like summer down there.
And we did, gang. I'm not going to lie. We totally were going to do this on St. Clair. Like it was planned. We were going to do a Zona show yesterday. We were going to do a Zona show. And then a Z Live there today. But the winds have been so bad. Yesterday was one of the real calm days, and we did a Zona show right down the road from here in Southwest Michigan. Great big one?
No. Tree.
But we may not pull the trigger a ton of times today. Oh, but they'll be camera worthy, friends. Cold.
Don't jinx us.
I'm not saying nothing. Got it. Big one.
Hooked up.
Big one.
Little one. Yeah, as he says.
That's a pretty nice one, man.
As long as I'm biting that jerk bait.
Yes!
Uh-huh. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it is.
God, that water's pretty too.
Look at that!
Oh yeah. Let me break it down what we're doing here. We got the old Straight King KVD bluegill colored jerk. These bass up here eat 100% bluegill, perch, things like that. So, and you can tell when it's early and cold, they get that red mouth in there. I love that. They don't do anything but wallow.
Well done, KVD.
Oh yeah, watch here. You're gonna be picking that jerk bait up here.
No. No, run and gun today.
He was shallow.
He was really shallow.
Oh.
Megan, I got one too. I got one too. It has started. Oh, he came off. Oh gosh. Is it a great big one?
It's a good one. It
Oh,
is
gosh.
a good one. That's old. That's what you call a Vander
Yes.
Chuck.
That is a Mender Chuck. Oh, we had a double. I suck. Yes, bud. Look at that one.
Hang on.
That is the start of Zona Live. That is the start of Zona
That's a
Live.
good one right there.
Look at that big old pre-spawner.
Look at the red mouth. That's when you know. Look at here. Such.
I'm locked up.
Oh.
Biggin. Oh.
I'm casting.
Here, I'm gonna hold this out. It's a biggin.
They're so cold they can't do anything but wallow.
Oh. I got a Mender Chuck.
It's a walleye.
It's a stick. It's a stick.
So funny.
It's a stick. It was a stick. It was a stick. I'm
All the
tweaked
way
out
to
of my
the
mind.
boat, dude.
Oh, it was digging though. It was digging.
Oh gosh.
No. Oh. See, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want this to sound the wrong way, gang, because you're sitting at home having coffee. I knew if they started biting the jerkbait,
It's over.
he was gonna throw it all day long.
Zona's a jigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
He
my
can't
stuff on the
help but
bottom
throw
all day
anything
long.
but that jig. We actually
I'm really
would have been so dangerous if we would have got together back
I
in
am
the
tweaked
day
out of my
fishing
mind
king
right now.
tournaments.
I did. The stick fought hard.
Dude, I saw it jump.
I know. But the thing was, when I was fighting the stick came up.
When the
was a good
stump
one, too.
came up and shook its head, it was awesome.
It was sure enough biggin.
It wasn't a twig, it was a stick.
Oh, we're gonna catch them.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
You know,
good.
when
We're
it's
not
cold
even-
like this, people think you want to go on a nice sunny day. These are the best days,
No
man.
doubt.
I shouldn't have let that other one pull off.
And here's the thing, gang. Here's the thing. Seriously, this break that we've got here on Lake Mender Chuck, it's like a half-mile long. You got bit there though? Mm-hmm. You had one slap.
Yeah, I had one on. They're on that side, right at the, just around
the
the corner.
crease. What a lovely start.
I'm ready to start burning down the lake.
No.
I have about the, patience of Jackson and Nicholas. Okay, I got to make my cast. You want to run the trolling motor?
Yeah.
So the cast is right at the tower,
Got it.
I
It's all
think.
good. Just do what you. I'm gonna fish bottom stuff the whole time.
No swim.
Little grabs, cabbage. And what there'll be is from like 7 to 15 foot, there'll be cabbage and then rocks mixed in.
I'm on the shallow jerk too. I didn't have to throw the deep one.
Oh, we had a double.
Yeah, you did have a legit one on. No, that's the cast right there. Not actually one that was a stick. I've done that before. I fought a pipe wrench in the current on the
Say
St. Clair
again?
River, a pipe wrench one time for 10 minutes. Thought I had a world record smallmouth. You know how that current
We're
is.
not even close to where they're at yet.
Oh, they're there. I'll bet you the other side of the point too. We
Yeah.
didn't-
And gang, hashtag Zona Live for the suits. Any questions?
We've got that auto chart live going too, so these lakes are not mapped at all.
Yeah, this lake's not on the Lake Master. If you look at that, Wes, we're actually creating the map.
Yeah, when I first started fishing this lake, we had no idea. You just follow the weed edge and didn't realize there was any humps or anything like that.
Beautiful start. Oh yeah.
Hang on here.
But like that one that Kevin caught right there, that's like the average. I mean, we're gonna
Catch nice ones.
catch nice ones like that.
Well, this time of year, all these lakes, they're a lot bigger. We never used to be able to do it. They changed the season here in Michigan so you can catch and release. Most people down south have no idea. Like, bass season doesn't open in Michigan until Memorial Weekend.
I'm gonna rewind time real quick where we're setting right here, right where we're setting here in about 20 to 30 yards. I taped a whole jig show with Carl Jacobson 2 years ago this week, right where we're setting. Biggins. And what you'll find this time of year up here is when you catch one, generally they're potted up really good. That is the start of Zona Live.
Watch me sneak right in here. On
That is the
inside.
start of Zona Live.
I just wanted to go right down that drop
That's fine.
with the old jerk and twitch.
A lot of stuff's gonna start happening here in about 50 yards. And gang, we're gonna kind of be serious fishing before this storm hits. We'll try to get a radar up in a little bit. There's a storm pushing from right there across the lake. It's gonna hit.
We don't have any lightning or anything though. I think it's just going to be just rain.
See, that was not that radar right there. That was not supposed to hit until really later today. We were supposed to get showers, but it's gradually got bigger through the night. I woke up this morning and it was all red.
It's dissipating a little bit as it hits the land, though.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
We'll be
our
good.
hope, you know. The fish are already wet. That's the beauty.
Oh, we're gonna get Nick. And here's what's cool is we taped a Zona show yesterday. Eric, Such, Vandy. Kevin wasn't home yet. Kevin wasn't here yet.
I was driving home from Toledo Bend.
Right. And
Jeez.
the show that we taped yesterday, here's how cool this is. We taped 10 minutes south of where we're sitting right here outside of Kalamazoo. We taped it 10 minutes south, and the water clarity, you could see down 25 to 35 feet of water, and it was almost all smallmouth. That's how diverse all these lakes are up here. And we caught big ones yesterday.
Did you catch any yesterday, Z?
Oh, it was so fun. Okay, we just starting to get in the zone.
I wouldn't mind just sneaking in just a little
You're
bit
fine.
shallower.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just so I can
Yep.
go right down the.
Yep. When we get to,
When the water's this
These
cold, I
waypoints?
love to. Oh yeah, see, it's just perfect.
yep. See, like I went shallow there. I was only probably 6 foot.
Oh really? Okay.
But you're gonna start feeling rock, like real soon.
So that's 6 foot right there.
Not much.
Oh yeah, it's coming up fast. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you were...
Cabbage.
I've seen that too many times before.
Kevin, you were like a caged animal for 1 hour before we went live.
I couldn't stand it. Yeah, I'm killing the bottom with the deep jerk right there.
Yep. Cabbage.
Don't fish many lakes on the tour where we can cabbage.
And gang, I'm serious. The prizes we're going to give away from our partners of the show, TH Marine, Bass Mafia, Trocar, and Humminbird. I'm not talking small prizes today. Dandies.
Helix 10 Mega Imaging.
Helix 10 Mega Imaging. Grand prize winner.
I've got 4 of them on my boat, that same unit.
This
I like
exact
it.
one right here we're giving
Yep.
away today. Social media power hour, 30 minutes.
I can't believe I haven't gotten another bite.
Let's pull out just a hair. Just a hair. Oh, I gotta get the poison out.
Not seeing the bluegills and stuff on this side like, well, we were waiting for an hour.
Right when they were biting.
Yeah. There it is.
Yep. And what this will do, we map this whole thing, and it's mapping right now as we sit here. This break's gonna go all the way down here, about a 1/4 mile, and it's gonna bend, and when it bends, hoo-hoo.
Cabbage.
Some rock is gonna start in a little. Yeah, that's the goods down that way. Cabbage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised there's just 3 bites there up on the...
I know. And for the folks at home, oh, it's good. Really?
Cabbage.
Cabbage? We're gonna go at them with a swimmer, a jig, and a jerkbait. Really?
No, it's cabbage.
All day. All day.
That's what they're in right there. And you can see how, I mean, even after the winter, it's still real green, broadleaf. It's a mainstay type of grass up here. It's a really good cabbage clump right there. There's got to be one around that, you would think. That's what the bluegills live by.
That rock's gonna start right down this way.
It's right there.
Cabbage?
Shallow. I'm gonna put the shallow one back
Yeah.
on and try to see if they're up on top of that lip.
Get all my rods ready real quick.
I'm all tangled up.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak on the inside of you and throw
Okay.
up on top.
Here, dude, just go down those line and waypoints. You run it, and I'm
Yeah, no, it's
just gonna throw stuff on the bottom anyway. It's an actual fish.
believe it or
It's
not.
an actual fish. It's an actual fish.
Not a stick?
I don't think it's a stick. I think
Thank you.
oh my gosh.
Great big
Kevin,
one.
Kevin,
Giant.
I'll mess this up. I will mess this up.
Here, bring it over
Oh
here.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you kidding me?
That's a dang.
Oh,
6+ right there.
oh.
That's a giant.
Ta-da! I mean,
That's-
show enough biggin. We gotta take a commercial break here in a little bit.
Holy mackerel.
Give it
That's a
up.
big one, dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 15-year-old bass in Michigan. That's 6+ easy.
See you, buddy. Watch this.
Bam!
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I
Jeez.
don't want to say this. I think I just peeped myself. Look at that.
Might have to
Look
tie a
at that.
jig on.
Huh? Little rage bug. Oh my gosh. We gotta get ready for that power hour. Oh my gosh. I hooked a little piece of cabbage and it snapped out and the rod just went. Ooh.
They don't get much bigger than that in Michigan, dude. They just don't.
Oh my gosh, what a first hour. It's going to be a fun volume 2 of Zona Live. I'm throwing that to our first guest, Greg Hackney, that little Ewok down in
We're
Louisiana.
22 minutes in, dude. We've got 2 for 10+.
Gang, if you're just sitting at home or at work sucking on coffee, we may do a Zona Live for 10 hours today. Biggin, 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 biggin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's another freak mamba. It's another mamba. Oh my gosh. Kevin, that's huge. That's huge. It's huge. You see the one with him? I'm dropping a waypoint.
Look at here. Grab the fish. I'm going to get a dang jig out
I blacked
there.
out. I blacked out. I blacked out.
The storm is coming.
Look at the size
That's
of that
a 5,
pre-spawner.
easy.
Yeah, it's a 5.
5 all day.
My gosh. Kevin, you see,
Oh, hooked up.
I mean, see, my
Biggin.
pre-spawn fish, these are transition fish, Kevin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You need help?
I think I'm okay.
Words.
Just a 4-pounder.
Oh my gosh. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
I was gonna make the challenge today, 20 pounds
Yeah.
for our best
We're there.
5. Oh my gosh.
Good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Kevin, I gotta retie real quick.
Look at here.
I'm backing us off.
That one was up on top. You're catching them out off the edge.
Jig. What a start, man! Are you kidding me?
I didn't catch him this good at Toledo Bend.
Let me see it.
Look at there.
Chunk. Dad gum chunk.
Good one right there.
Stud.
It's like one of those deals. Do you jerk?
Scrapes.
I'm easing up on the top.
Yeah. I'm gonna just hold this off.
Oh, you
What a start. Oh. See, that same thing happened yesterday.
Oh. That one didn't just bite it, did
No, that one.
it? Biggin.
No.
You put on a jig where you should catch a biggin.
What happened there?
I gotta try that. As much as I like to jerk, I want to get a jig
That's
bite.
awesome.
I want a jig bite.
That's awesome. And Kevin, what these are is just your typical pre-spawn fish. You see what I mean? I mean, these fish, they're waiting to, like go up,
Listen to him with the pro talk.
You know, wow, wow. We're not even to where they're at. That's the best part.
Well, I'd say they're there.
Let me get me right. Okay, I'm gonna get us right. I
Took my gloves off. I've been grabbing them out of the water. Oh, he come off.
You're
Gosh,
kidding me.
dog it. That's why I throw
There is
jerk bait. That's why I jerk bait.
Yeah?
God,
Did
dog.
you hit it good?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I know we're only an hour into it. I love you. I'm gonna cry right now. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I miss doing this, man.
We used to do it a lot. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We spend
I'm
more
right
time on the pontoon boat than we do on the bass boat.
I'm right on the juice. I mean, I'm right on the nut.
I don't know. I had the.
Did you feel any rock?
I did not. But I'll bet you that's the juice right there.
Yep. How about catching a 6 and a 5 and I lay down the rage bug? Just laid it down. Just shunned it like I didn't even want it.
Well, you thought you were going to catch an 8 on a jig. Uh-oh. I saw that.
Biggin. Biggin. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Good ones. You got him?
Yeah. Get up in here. Get up in here. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah? Yes. This is the most magical day in the history of my life.
Good one.
Is it?
Biggin.
I'll help you. I'll help you. Here we go. Coming on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the best jig bite ever.
Gosh. Are you kidding me, man?
5 pounder.
What the heck is going on here? Kevin, I know you won a tournament here when you were 15.
Look at here.
We just won another one.
Look at that.
Oh my
You think he wanted
gosh.
that jig?
Kevin, give it.
Dude. Holy cow.
Wow.
Soup.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Got it?
Holy cow.
Gosh.
What is happening here?
Gigantor's in the house. Look at it.
Whoa, what's he doing?
Oops, that's
Go
my
ahead, go
line
ahead.
right there.
Yep. All right,
Listen,
let me show you something.
Zona. I hopped that jig and he went.
All right, here's what I want.
That one's for Jackson and Nicholas. They're at college right now. They're at Grand Valley State, sitting in their dorm on their laps. Oh,
Bigot. That one right there is for Hunter and Jacob. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me?
wow.
Biggin.
You got him?
Biggin. Biggin. That's all horse-faced loach. Get over here. Oh. Yeah, man.
You don't catch him like this at Kentucky Lake, Gunnersville, any place, man. Look, that is a stud.
Yeah, the boys got SATs today. They weren't able to come out, but we're going fishing tomorrow.
That's the first cast I've thrown without a bite. Holy mackerel,
Right
dude.
there. Look at that. Magic. Magic. Little PB&J structure jig. Hackney always told me, throw PB&J in the morning, Z. Always in the morning. All right, you got it? You got it? You got it? I pulled through that cabbage and it went like this.
Mine went.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of want to jerk that jerk bait over.
No.
it, too. But
You keep all that steel down. That's incredible. That's incredible.
You know, it's not, we just had the perfect,
Deal's right there, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
we had the perfect weather for them to be biting today.
What just happened? Seriously, I have no idea what just happened the last 30 minutes.
It is 7:30 or 8:31.
I'm in rock
excuse me.
right there. I'm in rock right there.
Yeah, you're fixing to get lunch bucketed.
But here's the deal. Let me show you something right here. As we're going along, this is filling it in. It's on auto chart because this lake we were talking about doesn't have a map. And here's all, oh, look.
He
Look,
ate the juice off.
Uh-huh. Wait, let me show you what we got going here. Let me show you what I got going here. But we're making the map. We're making the map of this lake because it doesn't have a lake map.
Oh!
Oh gosh. I don't know what's
Biggin.
Is it?
Now. Just a 3.5.
Unbelievable. And
That's, I mean,
I know.
it's like, hey, Zona, I think I could get to like this jigging. No, I know.
All I said, this is for all my friends at home. If you ever watch Kevin Van Dam on the Bassmasters, or you watch him in some of his match fishing, when he gets going with a jerkbait, he'll make babies cry, okay? There's gonna be steel flying, and I thought to myself, this is for my buddy Greg Hackney out there, I thought to myself, if I could get him to slow down and put that jerkbait down for an hour.
I'm doing this in honor of my buddy Hack.
Exactly, little Ewok.
Oh, you think he would be freaking himself out?
Oh.
You know, the only thing,
Oh my God, he slacklined it, man. Slacklined it.
the only thing better than hopping it through the grass like that is dragging that football head through the rocks. I like that.
Are you feeling
too.
the rock up there?
Yeah,
Okay.
No, well, when I feel the rock, you know what usually happens?
Yeah.
I caught that when I was fishing inside, through to the left, throwing
Okay.
just a little shallow. But I would say about right there. is
In
pretty
all
sporty.
honesty, and here's what's really weird about this, I'm actually being serious. I got to settle myself down for a little bit because we're not even to where they're actually at. I'm
You keep
serious.
saying that.
I got to retie. I got to settle down. Little KVD chunk, structure jig, 1/2 ounce. What goes on in March, April, and generally November, October, November, mid-October, November, is all these fish that live on these flats,
And under the boat docks.
and under the boat docks and stuff like that throughout the summertime, what they'll do is they'll pot up on these little cabbage turns, all these little cabbage turns. And we'll graph this later today to really show it. But here's the thing, I'm being dead serious. Something for you, Such, a little news nugget, is we're just on a little naughty, sneaky lake right here. Guys fish this lake. I don't want to give, it's just Lake Menderchuck. There's like 30 of these lakes within.
Menderchuck.
Exactly. You can ask Kevin, like the lake that we're going to tomorrow with Hunter and Jacob, equally as good.
Yeah. There's 11,000 lakes in the state, so, and most of them are like this, where they're 200 to 500 acres. And they all got grass. And just like you said too, I mean, you can go to one lake and it's all largemouth and cabbage and lily pads, and then 5 minutes away it's deep, clear sand, rock, smallmouth.
Okay. While he's fishing, I'm just gonna get all re-rigged up. I'm a little bit of a mess right now.
I keep moving away from them.
No, it's okay.
And
Just go ahead. Stay right on them.
No, I'm just saying I haven't had a bite now in
Have not?
a 3 casts. Might have to get the rage bug back out.
I'll get her
Okay.
out. Say it again, Such.
Hey, see, we're getting a lot of comments. People are having issues finding Lake Menderchuck on the map.
Just keep looking. Just keep looking.
It's right next to Vanderchuck.
Just keep
Vanderchuck
looking.
and
Vanderchuck,
Menderchuck are right next to each
Just
other.
keep looking.
The kind of twin lakes, maybe?
Here's
Yeah.
what I can tell you. There's a lot of people fishing this lake can look at the bank and they'll know what lake it is.
Yeah.
But it's Sneaky Lake.
It's not fair to put that much
Sneaky to get
pressure on
into.
one
We're not
lake.
going to put that much pressure on this lake. But here's the other side of it. Here's what I can tell you for anybody at home.
There's 30 lakes within
Just
30
look
minutes
at
of here,
all
dude.
the little lakes within 30 miles of Kalamazoo. 15 of them right now are on fire. Because here's one thing that I said coming into this. What I learned is I've got 5 lakes between Kalamazoo and Sturgis, okay? I got 5 lakes that are on fire. They didn't have good cell service. This one had good cell service. The lake we taped on yesterday had good cell service. Look at that, Wes. Magic. Magic. What a first hour of live. You just regroup. I
I'm gonna
gotta
sneak
regroup.
it. I've kind of went out a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak us back where the juice is at.
See, but let me show you something real quick. A lot of people look at these right here, and they just think of them for Texas rigging. They think of them for Texas rigging. Those little rage bugs, or you put it on the back of a jig or stuff like that. It is equally as potent just on a jig head, just on a little ball head. And all I do is kind of paint up the tips of them orange.
Oh gosh, I just missed one, dude. As soon as I get in the juice.
Was it really?
Yep. He thumped it. I got a little ahead of the game there.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to go out, a little
Yeah,
further,
yeah.
and they weren't there. So I was trying to wait for you to be
Are we right on the?
it's like my boat was sitting right there, and it's shallow right
Okay.
there. So it's like
Okay,
right at the yellow tree.
I got you. Big one.
Pretty much right there. That's the cast.
Oh my gosh.
Good one.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
5-pounder all day.
Wow.
Old fatty.
Settle down. But look how perfect this bass is built. Look how perfect that thing's built.
That one's pretty right there.
Just perfect. Oh my gosh, Kevin, thank you for driving home for this. I texted him on, what was it, 2 nights ago? I've only done this one other time. We taped, look how fat that fish is.
That's 5+. Dang, dude, we gotta be 25 right now. We gotta have 25 pounds right now in the first 40 minutes.
I've only done this one other time. We taped a show on Lake Huron years ago. And he texted me, find him, and I was struggling to find him. We were up north. Where you at, Doug? Okay. We were up north. I had the flu real bad. And he was on the road. We were getting ready to tape a Zona show. And I found the biggest school of smallmouth I had ever found in my life.
And you sent me like a 2-word text. We're good.
That's exactly what I put.
Oh, there's the rock right there.
And 2 nights ago,
I got the same text.
oh. Don't get me wrong, that little cowboy in the front of the boat right there with the red jacket, Vandy, cameraman Vandy. Vandy works with the Zona show a lot, and he helps with a lot of searching. But we looked literally looked for days to find the right cell service. I mean, it's just a little chub. How many are there?
That's the spot, dude. Right where that rock is at.
Wes, give it up, Wes. Do it. Thank you. Ta-da!
Bam!
I'm not gonna lie. I don't
pretty
want this to
good,
sound the
dude.
wrong way. I'll never move from this state. I will never move from here.
Well, nobody's fishing, you know, this time of year.
No, but well, now when we were out the other day, there was like 4 boats.
Yeah. I can't get a bite in there on this jig now. That one was.
You want a mender, Chuck?
I got one. I'm thinking about the old jerk and twitch over. They got to be a
You
couple.
keep that steel down. We don't need treble hooks flying. Wes even said it.
I'm pretty partial to the old rage bug myself.
I'm serious. I'm blacking out. I blacked out yesterday on 2 smallmouth. Everything got blurry.
I'm wrapped up into everything.
Oh.
Straight up hog snatching.
Hog snatching. Oh, the storm's coming. Here, go ahead, bud. I got to do a little rigging. You need anything?
Oh, I got what I need.
Look at that poor thing. Look at that poor thing. That thing needs to go to the showers. Wesley, let me show you what we got going here. Come here. You got one? Nope.
See while you're ready.
Yeah.
Such, you go.
What, can we do the social media power hour, Such?
We
Or
can
not.
certainly start it.
It's going to rain
Let
here
her fly,
shortly, so-
bud.
Well, we got the unofficial. You got 25 and 3/4 pounds. KVD's at 14 and 3/4.
Well, I mean, it happens sometimes.
Let's start with Keith Łazewski. He's a novice angler fishing Michigan trails, and he's only got limited poles and tackle, and he wants to get your recommendation for the best pole rigs he can set up for fishing around the Michigan trails.
I'm gonna give my 2 favorites. You ready? A 7-foot medium action spinning rod and a 7-foot medium heavy bait cast rod.
2 gotta haves.
2 gotta haves.
Good enough for KVD? How about-
Kevin would say you better have 6
I got a
cranking rods.
I got a 7.4 spinning rod, medium action, and I like a 7.4. I just like a little longer rod, but.
All right, Dave Herbeck, question for both of you. Do you feel that the Elite Series events are getting harder to win than the Classic? More guys, more days. They're asking if an Elite Series event is harder to win than a Classic.
Probably, but there's a whole lot more of them. That's the problem. Is there's only one classic.
Oh, I think the classic. I
There's
look
so
at how,
much more
I look at how wound tight these guys are at the
pressure
classic. Man,
So
to
much
me that's
more-
still the most brutal for those guys to mentally to go through. I don't think there's as much mental stress on the guys in an Elite Series as
No.
I visually see them at the classic.
Okay, John Holtz is asking, both you and KVD, how much BASS has changed the interaction between fans and competitors, let's say in the last decade or so? Do you think we're hitting a point where fans on the lake are starting to respect competition anglers more or not?
That's a geographical question.
Yeah, it is.
I'll let Kevin answer.
Yeah, for the most part, it's better actually. They understand what we're out there trying to do, and they most places they pretty much let us do it. But
I will say, every angler I talked to from the Houston Classic said those were some of the best spectators ever.
yeah,
Except for that
question.
scrubby McScrubberson fella.
Curtis Werner, who is the better boat driver?
Not
guys ever
Tommy,
race?
Not Tommy Biffle.
No, between you two.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, because he's not fishing in competition. He just eases around.
What is that about?
Eases around. He's never in a hurry.
What I do more is, and I hate to reference my buddy Hackney again, I slink around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not even to these fish yet.
Josh
These
Munger
fish-
wants to know if you guys know anything about setting up for kayak fishing.
Who was that, Josh?
Josh Munger.
Yeah, I don't, Such. I don't. On
Well,
that.
get Bassmaster Magazine
Kevin
and
might.
Dave Mull will hook you up
Yeah,
there.
Dave Mull. He's a good guy. That's good. Such, are these questions you picked?
Travis Mag. No, I have helpers who have picked these. They see
Dude,
a lot
that
of your
jerkbait
shows
is
up
not
north using
far
an umbrella
away.
rig. For an
See-
angler that fishes southern Michigan like this, who's never thrown it, what's
what?
the proper reel rod line setup for a
Who's that
umbrella
from?
rig?
Who's that from?
Travis Maag.
And he wants to know how to properly rig a umbrella rig or the setup, rods and reels. Here's the thing. Any kind of light to medium action flipping stick, but make sure you've got a beefy reel, okay? The other side of it is, you don't want to go into it with a little medium-sized reel. You want a beefy reel.
Big
This is a
spool.
little tip right here. You ready? Use 20-pound fluorocarbon and not braid in Michigan on your umbrella rigs. You just get more bites. It's one thing I've always said on the Zona show, you get more bites. You get more bites with fluorocarbon.
Kent Lichty. To Kevin, do you ever ask Mark to maybe not tell behind the scenes stories about you?
I don't tell any.
I got better stories of him than he does of me. We'll just leave it at that.
He does.
Is that true?
It is true.
Kevin, Tom Hens is asking.
Don't get me wrong. Hey, you tell, who is that? Old man Lichty's kid?
Kent Lichty.
You tell Kent Lichty I got a few on him, though. Don't worry.
All right, Tom Hens, Kevin.
I've kept a lot of them in the vault, though,
Several
Such, you
kids
know what
with
I mean?
autism in their church. What's the best thing to do to be a positive influence to them? April's Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah, I got
Dave
the
Mercer,
bracelet.
Dave
Dave
Mercer's
Mercer.
daughter.
Yeah.
Cadence,
Cadence.
love her.
Yep. So look here. I got it on. I got the wristband right here. See, look here. I'll show it. This is for
That's
my buddy
awesome.
Dave, and really anybody who's got the autistic kids.
Kevin,
So we
you want to give him a winner on that question?
Yeah, we can.
Who
do
was that?
Tom Hens.
Tom Hens, you are getting a TH Marine Kong mount and a $100 power pole certificate.
Tom Hens.
Yes.
Absolutely. And
Pat-
so all this month too. Okay.
I mean,
I
he's
pledged $2 a pound for everything I catch. I'm counting this as an event. So what we catch today, $2 a pound for today.
Then you're tied. You're
To
both at over
autism.
25.
Huh? I'll
Then
match
you're
it.
both up
Yeah,
over
this
25.
is a team derby.
All right, Patrick
It's for the
Korn,
kids.
Zona.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between the Bears winning the Super Bowl
Oh.
or Kevin
Oh.
winning another classic,
That's
which
a
would you
no-brainer.
choose?
Are
I
you
can
kidding
answer
me,
that.
bro?
That,
I've
I
seen
didn't
one
ask it.
Super Bowl in my life. I've seen 4 classic victories. I mean, give me one more SB. But the thing is, you see, Mike Glennon's our quarterback of the Bears now.
So you
Oh,
gotta-
come on, seriously. Mike Glennon.
Who? See?
I'll be dead honest with you. I'm being dead serious. I've covered 3 of the 4 you've won of the classics. It would be a dream to cover the 5th one. A dream. Bassmaster Live. Davey.
Move on, Kevin.
Tommy, Such, Ron.
I'm going
I
back
mean,
to
these fish are pre-spawn, Such.
going back to the juice.
You ready, Kevin?
We're not even
Yep.
sure, huh? Yeah,
Got
go.
one for Kevin. What knot do you tie on for crankbaits and jerkbaits?
Palomar. Just a straight Palomar. Fast,
All right,
easy,
zombie
efficient.
apocalypse hits. You have to choose a fishing rod to defend yourself. Which rod, line type, and lure would you use? I want to hear what this guy thinks you're going to attack zombies like this.
What is the deal on this?
I don't know what that one was. That's more questions from Such. I liked it though. The lightsaber I would choose. I'll take my 8-foot flipping stick.
Lightsaber.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll take my 8-foot flipping
Well,
stick.
I'm gonna tell you, I got a new 9-foot cranking rod. The bigger, the better when you're using it as a weapon. With a 10XD, I will hurt you. I think
Got one on Instagram from Matt Fritzler.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just see what happens
There's
after
a
they
lot
get
of
tired of that
ADD.
jig there.
There's a lot of ADD in all these boats.
Look here, I can't get my, let me sneak out of there without a jerk and twitch down that. Dude,
What an incredible hour. Go, Such.
Okay, you ready?
Okay,
What are your favorite
Look at Such
KVD?
throwing love to the Ike Live. Yes! Look at you. Such, I'm stealing that hat by the end of the day.
Well, I'm gonna get a Zona Live hat.
Now that
Is what
sounds
I'm
like a
gonna
good
get.
idea.
if there was one.
I was angling for a hat.
Our budget isn't quite there. I'll talk to the friends at Bass. Maybe we can get some made.
KVD Zona, what are your favorite KVD jerkbait colors for these clear, natural Michigan lakes?
Whatever he's got tied on.
My favorite's IU. IU and Crystal Shad.
I throw strobe shad a lot for smallmouth. It's got the chartreuse belly.
Yeah, that's a dang good one too.
Thanks, bro.
Paul Olson asks, while being versatile, did KVD just decide that the jerkbait would be his main go-to lure, or did he discover that through trial and error over the years?
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hyperness. I talked to his father, Dick Van Dam, about this. I'm being dead serious. And this was many years ago. But his dad said, you know, we used to think Kevin had a problem with hyperactivity because he would basically just go out all day long throwing spinner baits, crankbaits, jerkbaits. It's obviously something that is in his genetics since he was a kid. Really. His dad said he would never slow down.
I can't sit still.
Well, then Kevin Hayden Williams asks
I like the
you,
beans end of the day.
what do you think the secret to tournament bass fishing is? And don't give us a simple one.
Yeah. Finding and catching big bass.
That's the simple. Thank you. Exactly what they wanted. No, is there another thing?
There's no secret, man. It's a bunch of hard work. There's a lot of science that's far from exact, man. You have seasonal patterns, and one of the best things to do is to go with Zona to when he's pre-scouted him and says, there's a little bit of rock here and there might be on this turn.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. I do put in my
catch
homework.
25 pounds off the first
You know,
spot.
my biggest thing is what I do is I shake them off in practice. I shake them off. You know,
We got to
start easing down.
Yeah,
We burned them.
We've hurt their feelings here.
Thought I was getting
We've
one
got
from
more
Walter
fishing.
Mathau, but it's Matthew Walter. Pretty
Okay.
close. He's a high school bass angler, and he only has a depth finder and a GPS on his boat, and he can't pre-fish. His parents
Okay.
have to work. How should he approach his tournaments? And then he has one other question of what 5 lures.
Well, that was a very large question, Such.
It is.
Let's go with the first one.
How should he approach tournaments?
Here's what I can tell you.
Got to
okay?
watch the weather first and foremost, man.
All I've done, and this is no joke, I'm dead serious. I'm being dead serious. Whenever we tape a Zona show or a Zona Live, all I do
For the week before.
is stare at the weather. When I went to bed last night, I stared at the weather. When I woke up, I stared at the weather. Fish the weather. Here's what I can tell you is, don't fish what you found last week.
Nope.
Fish the weather.
You got to think towards the future.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Tom Wilfong, do you ever use an underwater camera to look at your area?
I use side
Either the
imaging.
tournament or for fun.
I use side imaging. That's all I use.
Mega imaging is unbelievable. How
100%.
detailed it is now.
Good.
It's almost the same thing.
He always wondered if Bass Pros ever used underwater cameras. You've seen them on, you can put them on the line and throw them down there and look.
The Humminbird Mega
I've
Imaging
seen it.
is like a camera that you can use in any color water. It's like polarized sunglasses in a clear lake.
Why you keep going shallower, bro?
I'm just
Got
trying to
some
get
from
on
Twitter
top of them.
now.
Okay.
Remember hashtag Zona Live.
Okay.
What is your favorite lake in Michigan for largemouth?
Yeah,
I like Menderchuck Lake. I like a lot. I'm gonna throw out just the lake that I grew up on. Kevin comes and hangs out at. where you guys are staying, I'll throw out. Cleaner Lake's my favorite lake. It's not big ones, but it's where I grew up. It's where I fished tournaments.
See, I love Muskegon Lake.
Right.
Muskegon and the Grand River, that's where I grew up fishing tournaments on this side of the state, on the west side, and it's pretty darn.
How old were you when you won here?
16.
Hey, this is no joke.
And it was with a jig. I caught it
really?
with a jig, heck yeah. Flipping the cabbage.
I met Kevin. You wrote it in your daily limit. I met Kevin on a lake 25 miles from here. I was like 17 or 18, and it was a Tuesday night tournament, and he was like 20, what, 22, 23?
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, that guy right there is like the man in the Bassmasters.
Well, when you met, I mean, what was that encounter like? You just said, hi, I'm
Well, he had a
Mark.
mullet back then.
I
if
did
that tells
too.
you a lot.
I had a mullet and I had a mustache. I didn't have a goatee. But here's what I can tell you is, all of us that were younger than him, I'm considerably younger. Kevin's 50 now.
I am not.
All of us that were younger, seriously, he was our mentor. He was Neil's mentor. You know, he was all of this whole area. If you were, you could have been older. He was.
So when you met him, you kind of stammered, stumbled, hi,
No, I don't
like
think
everybody
it was
else.
that, Such, but I mean,
Oh, come on. All right, here it is.
Everybody wanted to go out on the Bassmasters then, and,
Yeah.
and I had just started
The only-
just before those guys.
the only
so.
two that did the Bassmaster before Kevin from Michigan, really, that were Art Ferguson and Kim Stricker.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then, dude, careful with that steel. Just careful. I'm just saying.
I want to get to this one. Matthew Hammond. Would KVD beat you in a stare-off, Z?
Say that again?
Would KVD beat you in a stare-off?
We'll see by the
Go
end of the
back-
day.
Okay.
We'll see by the end of the day.
He's going to get that
Okay.
jig back in my hand before it's over, I'll guarantee you.
Storm's coming in, guys. What a first hour. Hey, I'm dead serious. Am I on your camera right now? I'm dead serious. We're going to have some weather, so we might have to take a little longer pauses when this rain, if it gets really bad. If it stays like this, we're fine, but we're getting near the juice. That first spot was just, I'm not going to lie, that first spot's going to be hard to top. Forever.
When you catch 25 pounds off of
I want to ask this one. Last question. Last question. Who's considered the best dressed pro in the elites? Among the elites?
Best dressed pro. Biggin?
no. Pickerel. The old pickerel.
Best dressed. I got to tell you.
This sucker is going to get 8 if he hangs around that school. Best dressed on the elites.
Oh, that's a toughie.
It's got to be Cliff Crochet.
I'd put, I'll be honest with you, when he won Angler of the Year, I think Aaron was one of the best dressed I have ever seen. I really do.
Was he? That was the one time that he wasn't barefoot?
We're going to break. Such good ones. Come up with others.
We're working on it.
Thank you. What a first hour, man. Are you kidding me? Hours today. Biggin. History of my life. Is it? Again, I'll help you. Here we go. Settle down. But look how perfect this bass is built. Look how perfect that thing's built. Just perfect.
Zona Live is brought to you by Ram, Shimano, Mercury, Bass Pro Shops, by Strike King.
And I do everything I can, every single thing I can to try to crack the armor. Whether it's singing him a song, I do that to him off camera all day long. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love, Z-Train don't wanna do none of the above, he wants to fish with you. Would you let him be himself so he could shine his whole life? Hell, for one time, Kevin didn't let him be himself. And I honestly know how much he loves it. He loves my singing. Kicking that dead horse dead. Sing it for me. Give it to me good. Throw one out, one more.
We're on my lake and we're not catching him. You think I want to put myself down?
Just sing it though. I mean, but I want it from the gut, and I want it.
Kicking that dead horse down. Let's kick it, man. We're kicking. Boom!
I'm the only person that could bring the #1 angler down to that level. Yep. Kicking that dead horse down. Hey Kevin, after that first hour, I know how much you love my singing, especially when, really?
No, cabbage clump.
When we're pontooning together. Would you mind if I?
Oh, look at here.
Look
out
here.
of the cabbage.
Look here. Would you?
Out of the cabbage.
Would you mind if I graced you with the gift of song right now?
Let's hear it.
Remember what your daddy told you a long, long time ago. He said, KVD, let me tell you something. Don't ever leave fish to find more fish. You're never leaving fish to find more fish.
I've heard that,
No?
and it never gets old.
I know it doesn't. Kevin, if people are just joining us here on Zona Live.
If you did not see that first hour, you messed up. That was world class.
Zona Live presented by Humminbird Gang. Here's what I can tell you if you're just tuning into this. That was possibly one of the most I have taped for 12 years. That could have been the most incredible 55 minutes I've ever seen rolling with my buddy Wes Miller. I'm not kidding.
That's straight up hog snatching right there.
I literally, we went to break. This is no joke. If you're just tuning into this, something happened here the first hour that I've seen a lot of stuff in Michigan. I've seen a lot of Kevin's. That first hour was incredible.
That's insanity.
Where can you go to see that? Anywhere else?
Seriously.
Falcon Lake?
I mean,
We may not have 10 pounders, but man,
let
that's.
me show you something real quick. Come here. See what we're doing? We're building as we're going along. I've got my auto chart on where we're graphing this whole thing. And this is the shallow water that we're throwing up on. And it gets deep. And there's going to be a point that's going to come that we were just, hang on. You see that point right there? We auto charted that point. There's more stuff going to happen when we make our way down to that. We're easing into it though. I wanted to idle down during the commercial break. Oh, that's a cold rain.
Yeah.
That is a cold rain. Okay, let's just kind of, here's what I can tell you. You could literally re-rack from 8:02. Kevin caught 2, I lost 1. I caught a sweet stick that I fought to the boat. And then we went down about, sorry about that, bud.
Here, go ahead.
We went down about 70 yards, and the fish lords started
the gates.
shining. Yeah, it is. I mean, shining. And we're not even close to done. But I like the 1-2 punch.
How about Jackson and Nicholas? Are you guys, you
Ours
better be
today.
studying, boys.
I'm locked up. Big.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not.
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Sitting up there in the dorm where it's nice and warm. You got class in a little bit. Don't skip class. It's going to be good, but we'll get you a copy. Ooh, look at that.
Hey, real quick, I got to tell a story. I got to tell a story on here.
Is it?
I'll help you. Careful over there, EK. Kevin, pull out just a hair.
Yeah.
So what I was saying this morning is really what I've learned about doing this live thing is it's more stressful than shooting a regular Zona show for the simple fact that, number one, you're live, and that's a little bit scary in itself. But number two,
You only had 4 hours.
one of the a lot can come out of your mouth in 4 hours. The other side of it is what I really learned, I guess more so this week than anything, was a lot of the lakes that I found that were really, 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 really good fishing. I was telling Davey Height this. He said, man, have you found a couple good lakes to do it on? I said, you know, I found some really good lakes, but they got horrible cell service. And I said, then I found some lakes with really, really good cell service that the lakes sucked. And he said, man, maybe that's a population thing, which was interesting to hear that. But this is a true story. Last Sunday, when Toledo Bend, it would have been the final day at Toledo Bend when Murray won.
Pretty special day, by the way.
Very special day. One of the best dudes on planet Earth, like ever. My kids and I we were scouting lakes, getting ready, and my kids and I are taping tomorrow and Saturday. And we found a lake just like this. Like, it's happening. Kevin has been to that lake.
It's pretty special.
It is happening. And my boys saw me pull my phone out to do a cell test. Whenever we would start catching them, I'd start checking cell service. And one of my twins looked at me and he's like, we were getting a lot of bites, big ones. And one of my kids said, oh, please don't bring Uncle
They didn't want to
Kevin
take me here.
Please don't bring Uncle Kevin here to do live before we shoot a show on Friday. Luckily there was zero cell service. All worked out. Yeah. I do. I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, sure I will, Wes. Sure I will. Again, for everybody at home, we're gonna be doing social media. Oh, it just pulled right out. Social media power hour again. We've got 2 big prizes left. One of them, the next prize we're giving away, or it could be, Kevin, if Kevin hears the right question, he could give away the grand prize.
That Helix 10 Mega Imaging, baddest unit on the
He can
planet.
literally call the winner whenever he wants.
It's your show, dude. I'll let you call them.
No. This is your show, cowboy. Oh, you going shallow?
I'm gonna go shallow, Jared.
Okay.
Just to see, with all this clouds and stuff, you know.
Got him. Biggin.
Maybe I should stay out on the break. Nope,
You
pipe.
got smaller. Is it a pike?
I think
it's
it
a
was a-
bass, isn't it?
It looked long and.
Oh, no.
It's a bass. Oh yeah, see, I see that's a pretty good one.
Oh my gosh. Look here. We're getting near that point right there. We're getting near it. Yesterday, when we taped yesterday, this is really interesting. We caught a mixed bag yesterday, really nice one, smallmouth and largemouth, and I was.
You can take it on the
No,
boat
it's
on
cool,
the-
dude. It's cool. I was fighting one yesterday. And this time of year in Michigan, especially, small bluegill. Got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that jerk bait down. Oh,
I'm gonna drop a waypoint.
I don't know how big this one is.
I got something going here.
Biggin?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a bass. Yeah.
Mine is.
Oh!
Big old chunker.
Oh!
I want to get rid of this one real quick. Look at there's a good one.
So check it out. Yesterday, look at that. Yesterday, so we were catching a mixed bag. Hey, Uncle Kevin, would you mind holding this on this waypoint for a couple minutes?
What do you want to do?
I don't care.
You want me to kind of hang out?
Sorry about the weather, gang, but thank you for hanging with us through this. We're kind of got challenges with the weather. This time of year, one of the things that I always talk about, and Kevin's done a million articles with Louis Stout on this, is the dynamic of small bluegill and small perch. And I always talk about this in a lot of my seminars. I always talk about this in a lot of my seminars is the number one thing. You know, somebody asked about tournaments and stuff, fishing up here, but I don't care. I don't care where you're at on planet Earth.
Oh.
Get him. Biggin?
I would say it's a good one. Nope,
Oh my
not a
God.
giant.
The first thing that I look for, on all these lakes is where the pan fishermen are at.
So
Where are the bluegill fishermen?
That's a
Where
pretty
are the
good one.
That's a big. You want me to get him?
Yeah.
I'll get him.
So, look at the fatty on that. That looks like a Clear Lake bass right there. There's one for Skeet Reese. Oops.
Oh, look out! Rod in the lake.
Just dropping Shimanos like bombs. That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one. Yeah,
It's not a
good one.
5, but that's a dang sure 4 plus. God, look at how pretty that fish is. The belly.
What a day! What a day!
Gosh.
Here, Kevin. What a mess.
That is some straight up hog snatching.
Here, bud. I'm gonna let him go.
Go ahead. God,
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
What is happening
look here.
today?
Wes gets all the love back there. Let me bring it over here.
Way to go,
My buddy Eric. And that's a chub right there. Okay. Hey, Zona, can I go back to the waypoint?
Please do. I know we're hurting you with the wind right now. That wind's coming out of the east. Gang, I'm not lying. I'm
St.
not
Clair
lying.
would have been
St.
so
Clair
bad.
would have beat us to a frenzy.
No? Dang it.
So what I was saying is one of the major things, and I'm dead serious about this. What we all have a tendency to do when we're on a lake is you kind of snoop around, you look around, and you look where bass boats are at. And I always tell my kids,
Bluegill,
don't-
bluegill, bluegill.
Right. Don't look at other bass fishermen. 99% chance they're looking at you too. Just hunt where the pan fishermen are at. Like the lake that we're going to tomorrow, there's like 5, there's gonna be, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is happening today? You got him? You want me
I
to get
got him. The old jerk and twitch. Right.
Ooh, yeah, you're
You
right.
see
Got
the- you see the-
got it,
you
got it,
got
got it, got it. We ain't even to the point.
When we eased on down that off the break right here, and I started seeing those pods of the bluegill, and we've been worked down this, you know, just kind of easing down. I mean, they're solid. Hang on here. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
right there.
Get
Those are out up on top of the flat too.
Hey, Uncle Kevin, I just want to see if one would lick a structure jig real quick.
I'd throw the swimmer out there. The way they're coming up and eating the jerk. Yeah, I bet you get a bite there. Oh,
You're kidding me.
baby.
Wow. This has been like the most incredible hour and 20 minutes.
I can't believe he's there. He'd get 8.
And one of the things that we'll do it in the third hour. I want to show on the helix, I want to show what that cabbage wall looks like that these fish are holding on, just so before the end of the day we show you exactly kind of what we're hunting. And it's not what I'm hunting on this lake, it's what I'm hunting on every one of these lakes I've fished for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, whether it's milfoil or cabbage, and that mega imaging shows it to a T.
No milfoil, no spawny! No milfoil! Got him.
Biggin?
Yeah. Way up there. Way up there, Kevin. Oh my gosh. No milfoil, no spawny! Oh my gosh.
Is that just for Ike Live? Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Great
Look at
old
the size
man.
of that bass. Look at the size of that bass. Ta-da! Bum, 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 bum. Oh my gosh. Should I help you? What?
Yeah,
I don't know what to do, man. That thing's huge.
God.
It's enormous. Oh, one's got my jig. Oh my gosh, Kevin. Hold on. That's
That
huge.
is a monster.
That is huge. It's huge. It's huge. That's a Darva conger, swanch.
That is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. I will mess this up, dude.
Just grab him by the belly.
Wow.
King Kong showed up right there, dude.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
We're working on the 30-pound bag today. Wow. Huh? Look at that. Here. Hang on, I'll take my hood off. We got to get us that's a social media.
Look at that. That's awesome.
That is
Oh my gosh.
damn, that's a
Let me see it real quick. Wow. That looks like a Gunnersville bass.
That's a dang tell me what that weighs.
6.
That's a 6'8".
6. I was gonna say 6 3/4. Here, let him go. That's so awesome.
Wow.
You were fighting me. My jig went donk, donk.
I got to go back to the waypoint. Aaron would say, "Dude, you're on my waypoint."
I practiced there, bro.
When that one bit, it's like,
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. We're not even to the point. That's where the magic, that's where the gooey rich madness is at, is right there. But you see, let me show you one thing right here. Let me show you right here where we're at. All of these, you see these little turns in this mapping? All these little indentions.
every little corner.
Every little corner, every single little corner on here is where these fish are. Oh. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oops. I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
Yeah. All right, here, let me show you real quick. As we're going down this break, it's not a straight break. As far the drop off straight, but as far, oops, sorry about that, Kevin. As far as the cabbage goes, let me show you something. Every one of these waypoints, like right here, let me show you. You see that waypoint? It's on a corner. that waypoint, it's on a corner. And as I'm doing that, we were doing it the other day, I was doing that auto chart live here. And what was funny was after we dropped all those waypoints, every waypoint was on a corner of the mapping. Anywhere there's a bend and a corner. And what you'll have there is a turn in that cabbage. Where that cabbage turns, like the stuff that I'm fishing tomorrow on a lake about 20 miles from here, everything that I'll be fishing is a turn in grass.
Very subtle, though. I mean, it's 10 feet. It's a 10 feet cut-in is
Right,
all.
it's not dramatic.
They're very subtle.
Hey, bud.
Dude, that's a jackhammer.
I don't know, we got 30, but we
ain't far from it.
We ain't far from 30. I can tell you that we're approaching the biggest bag that I've ever caught in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, we will catch the biggest bag
by the end of the day.
By the end of the day.
Wow, 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 wow. You were fighting that fish, and I lift up on my jig's going. Was he up? Was he on top? I don't care. I've kissed Kevin more than once, bud. And if you don't mind me saying, Kevin has given me a kiss.
It's right there.
Okay.
Based on where I'm at on the.
Holy cow.
I got a loop weight. I got too much line on my reel.
I texted him. We good.
Yeah, no. You did.
Questions? Hashtag Zona Live. Questions? We've got Suches, Bassmaster.com social media power hour. How long, Wes? 5? In 5. In 5. I don't know, I don't know what we can do. Look at the mess in this boat. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
Neil, those are impressive.
Very impressive.
You know, they're big in the fall, but they must continue to just eat all winter.
But I'll tell you what's really strange. Seriously,
that sucker's
what's
fat.
really strange? This lake and where we're going tomorrow and the next day to tape and that stuff, you don't see many small ones.
This time of year.
Isn't that weird?
But in the summer you do.
Yeah. Oh, how fun. Whew.
You're right in the...
Right out, yeah, nice. Again, I'm going to say if you've just joined us here on Zona Live, it's been over 90 minutes of complete insanity today. Oh, and I was so depressed that we weren't going to
Lake
St. Clair. I was so depressed. Kevin knew I was.
I haven't been over there this early.
He's never been on St. Clair this early, and a bunch of my buddies are.
Oh.
I'm talking about dead gum big game.
No.
Watch this, backwards cat.
I'd throw right there though. For about the last 10 years, and I've never hit it right for taping because we were going to tape regular Zona shows there this week. But there is a deal that goes on at St. Clair that I told Kevin. I said it's a phenomenon. There's a cranking deal that happens there early. And God knows I love to crank some smallmouths.
And it wasn't right. The weather wasn't right, but I thought, and I had so much anxiety because I knew that we'd have, where we were going to catch them at St. Clair, I knew we were going to have really good cell service, and I called some of my buddies up there. I said, man, how's the watercolor? And they're like, ooh, you're playing with fire, man. You're playing with fire, especially it's supposed to blow out of the east.
Bacon?
And whenever
That jerkbait's awesome, but I'm gonna tell you, if you want to catch the mega giants, that's the way to do it this time. That's a big one, gotta be.
No, I
No,
mean, it's a
good one.
big one. I'm starting to black out again at EK. And my buddies that live up by St. Clair, they're like, you know, you might knock their lights out. But the problem was, you know, I talked to Mike McInnes, who runs Bassmaster Live, and Michael Middleton, who's running this show right now. And I told both of them, I said, man, that wind's gonna blow from the east. And I think we're shot down on St. Clair. And both of them were like, are you sure? You know, and then I went through mass depression for the better side of like 3 or 4 days, just because I wanted all you guys at home to see it that had never been there.
Well, St. Clair is one of those lakes we go to on the tour. You know, on the Elite Series, we're going there later this year, and just to show them.
It's so different.
Oh, God. Hooked up.
I mean, locked up, Jack.
Way out there on the flat.
It's like, locked up!
It's so awesome when you hit that, when you jerk that jerkbait and you hit it the next time. Oh, look at here. Oh, Wally!
I mean, full-blown, multi-species event.
Those right there.
Oh, I'd like to knock the side off
Gosh,
of that
dang, you put that in that Riceland grease right there from my buddy Scott Rook.
I mean, showing up good, you know what I mean,
Gosh.
bro.
That's some fine eating right there.
Anyway, what Kevin was talking about right there is, you know, a lot of the Elite Series events that we've covered there, whether it's when Faircloth won, you know, Chris Lane won, you know, it's a lot of kind of drop shoddy stuff, but...
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Good one. That's a big one.
You think? Oh my gosh. I mean, dadgum jig bite right there, boy. Get up over here. Get up over here. Oh, sloppiness. Dadgum sloppiness. I'm not gonna lie though. I gotta give credit where credit's due. How can he put me on that jig color skirt, that peanut butter and jelly structure jig? He caught him. He mauled him, that color jig right there. He mauled him at Cayuga, and he's like, when you got those clear water lakes that you fish up north, when you got those clear water lakes that have a dark bottom, this water is actually really
What trailer
clear.
you got on that too? See, that in this cold water, a lot of times it's best to have something with that subtle action like that.
Like
Just
I don't have
chunk.
a Rage Craw on there, I got a KVD chunk on there,
Just-
and it doesn't have as much action.
Just a shimmy to it.
You know, and even like where I caught those really big ones right there, West, on that Rage Bug, that Rage Bug doesn't throw a lot of water. But what I was saying about St. Clair was, what goes on up there, and there are a lot of y'all that are watching this have been up there in April, end of April kind of deal. Those fish get so tremendous, like they get so shallow, like 5 to 7 foot of water. Oh my gosh.
I want to cast that jig. You making me want to put that jig in my
I
hand.
blacked out again.
And notice, he did not give me a PB&J. He gave me a Blue Craw.
I did too. Boy. I did too.
You're a little more to the, yeah, you're right in the you're right in the jig juice right there.
Been a fun morning, Uncle KVD. My kids better be doing their SATs and not watching this.
Boys, you got 20 minutes till class. Do not skip class.
That's right.
Stay in school.
It's Thursday night in college. Make sure you go to bed early.
Yeah.
Thursday night's not a big going out night.
They got the SATs today.
They got SATs today, but I tried to pull best dad of the year. I'm gonna let them slip out tomorrow and go pull on a couple of, you know.
Well, they're done. They're done.
Spring break. They actually celebrated spring break. The kids went to the Classic.
Yeah, they didn't have any fun, did they?
All right.
Hunter and Jacob and Jackson and Nicholas in the outdoor show. Oh my goodness.
Well, what was weird was they had the pick if they wanted to go to spring break at the Classic or to Brian Robinson's charity event. Now, my boys are big fantasy football players and have won a couple championships with your auction winner that bought your auction trip, Adrian Peterson. And, well, it was all for charity, but the weather was just...
It was horrible.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Okay, I'm gonna throw over here to the left, and I'm gonna jerk my old jerk and twitch there
That'd be fine.
in the jig zone.
Seriously, dude. Like, I know I'm gonna get pierced. I know I'm gonna get pierced. I could hear the wind of that jerk bait going by my ear. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, don't worry, I won't hit you. Yeah. Till three trebles go up the side of my head.
Our buddy Underdog, I got him
Yeah.
a few years back. I've had some rough go of it with trebles in recent, you know, the Toledo Bend last year. Geez, last week even, I got one.
When you stuck your hand, when you
I thought you were.
when you stuck your hand at Toledo Bend, you go, all right, I got a problem. I got a big problem.
It was.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna lie, that makes for delicious Bassmaster Live.
That had to be a pretty highly watched video piece throughout the season. A highlight. I'm gonna ease around right here.
But it's only 9:40.
We
Can I
gotta
ask
keep
you,
moving.
gang, I'm being dead
Can I
serious.
move?
If I can ask you, we're not even to a lot of we got some more spots. Come, just hang with us today. We still got grand prizes. I mean, I'm gonna give away like just Bass Mafia. One of everything. Did you hear that? One of everything. It's like, yeah, 5 minutes till social media power hour. Suge, you high and tight?
Turn it up, you betcha.
Oh, there it is. The jerk and twitch is in the zone.
Fire them up, you know it. Hashtag Zona Live. I'm getting a bunch.
Zona Live.
Hashtag hammer time. Slaunch smashing.
Oh, it's Vandy. Keeping tight company.
Well, I'll tell you
here.
what I'd like to do. I'd
make
like
sure
to
I don't fall
replay.
in.
I'd like to replay without any voice. So I'd like to replay some of them flurries here. I'm not gonna lie, boy. I mean, locked up.
I think I'm gonna keep easing on.
And I'll tell you, it's been like a run and shoot. You know what I mean? Like jerkbait, jig. Like we've been a team. Like, you know, like Starsky and
We're
Hutch.
we're an hour and 40 minutes
I know.
in right now, and we got to get the all-time stringer for
I know.
Michigan.
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Biggest stringer I've ever caught in Michigan was 20.
Oh!
Get him. I'm talking about dadgum show enough locked up, Jack. Is it a big one?
I don't know. Nope.
No, no. I'm telling you, and we'll do it after this next commercial break, here in about 70 yards. Uh-huh.
God, those hooks are something. Look here. My finger.
Oh. Thought you hooked yourself.
I did hook myself. Punched it right through.
Suit, you got some good questions lined up, dog?
They're rolling in.
Okay.
You know it. You ready? We ready?
You know what, Suit?
We ready for it?
Go ahead, rock and fire, old friend.
Some from Twitter. Josh Van Heesh. If you only could throw one style of lure, what would it be?
I know what your answer is. I'm going to answer his, and he can answer mine.
There you go.
He is going to throw a jig, and a jig.
I throw. This is no joke. This is. Hey, I'm being dead serious. Kevin actually knows this. If you ever, when the wheels come off in a regular Zona show, Wes, you know this. We start throwing jigs. One year, I had like 5 jig shows. Anyway, it would be a structure jig. What I'm throwing. Kevin, yours would be. What you're throwing.
Dr. Crankenstein. No, I'd be a crankbait.
Really?
Because you can cover every zone and it's efficient.
Yeah.
I love a jerkbait. Don't get me wrong. When the water's clear.
Jig and a crankbait.
Okay, Adam Stuckey asked if you could catch one world record bass, which would it be? Largemouth, smallmouth, or spot?
Oh, that's
and
easy.
Why?
Who is that?
Adam Stuckey.
Adam Stuckey? I like Adam. Oh, mine'd be smallmouth, man.
I'd want to catch a largemouth.
No way,
Heck
man.
yeah.
World record.
Largemouth get all sloppy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Them smallmouth are, like,
22.4 is the world
prestigious.
record largemouth. I want to catch a 22.12.
Now, I'd like to catch 12-pound smallmouth, hands down. And I'd like to catch it on a jig or
I'd
an
like to
umbrella
catch a
rig.
12-pound smallmouth, a 12-pound largemouth, and a 12-pound spot all in the same day.
Yeah, on one cast on an umbrella rig.
That'd be pretty good.
Laura Schultz, do you work your jerkbait differently depending on water temperature?
I do. I'm working it faster right now than I normally would, but we got a day where they're real aggressive with this cloud cover. And it's, the water's 49 degrees, so the colder the water, the slower, and the longer the pause in the twitches. The warmer the water, the faster I go.
Yep.
All right, Kevin, Bradley Crum wants to know what's the craziest
What was the
thing
name
that's
again?
ever...
Bradley Crumb.
Brad Crumb?
Yeah,
Brad Crumb? Brad Crumb?
that's what it says.
Bradley Crumb.
Bradley Crum.
I'm giving him the name of the day of the week.
You need to do that. What's the
Well,
craziest
but
thing
no Brad Crumb.
Brad Crumb.
that's ever
That's
happened
the
to you
train
while
wreck
you're
name
out
of
on the
the week.
road traveling
Brad,
to
I'm
fish?
messing with you. Don't get
Kevin.
mad at me. Go ahead, Such. Sorry.
Yep. Listen,
Kevin, craziest thing ever happened to you out on the road?
craziest thing?
Craziest.
Oh my God. Hang on. I thought he was locked.
Pounded it. Don't.
Well, I showed up to a tournament at Little Rock one time with two tires gone.
Oh, yeah.
Riding the rims. That was pretty.
I was there.
Oh yeah, how far did you drive on those?
I had to drive 5 miles with not a bit of rubber on the wheel.
I remember that.
Can I give one?
Yeah, sure.
Can I give one? Now listen, this is a family show. What, locked up? Are you locked up, Jeff?
Yep.
Bigot?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, yes! Yes!
Just like the stick.
I love it!
Tavity's was larger.
All right, you ready?
Longer.
This is a family show, so I have to watch where I'm going
No,
here.
you got to go
Please
slim.
do.
You got to go back to the slim. Remember
Please
slim?
do.
No, this is so much better. I was on the road. Listen, family show. I was on the road, and I got to my hotel. Flight got canceled. Got to my hotel, and the Bears game was on at 9 o'clock. It was Monday Night Football, okay? Or Thursday night, one of the blah, blah, blah. And I got to the front desk. I looked at Lee. I said, just let me sign it. Give me my key. Kickoff starting. I walked in the room, and somebody must have been on their honeymoon. And I ran out of the room, and I ran down the front desk, and I said, ma'am, I'm not in that room. She said, no, you are in that room. That is your room. I said, ma'am, I'm not in that room. And she looked at me, and she goes, oh, sorry. True story.
Oh.
Yeah. True story.
Brian Scott wants to know how much pre-foot fishing should you do before a tournament? What's about the right amount?
That's different for everybody. I just rarely ever get to pre-fish. For the regular elite events, we basically get 2.5 days. And, even on a big body of water, most of the times that's more than I really need. But everybody's style is a little bit different.
Mine's 30 to 40 days. Consistent. Daylight
Like
to
Jacob
dark.
Wheeler, get their pre-fish 2 weeks before.
Mine's daylight to dark, 30 to 40 days. Yeah.
All right, here's a good one from JM Revels. What is the one thing that people who fish could do to help out the bass population? Serious question.
Hang on. Good one.
Say that again now. What is the one thing people, big head, people could do to
Help out the bass population. There's bass anglers.
let biggins go, man. That fish right there and bigger. Look, man, I have no problem. I have no problem that fish had a bluegill in its throat. I have no problem whatsoever with people harvesting bass. Just let biggins go. Like that fish and bigger, you don't want to eat that. That's my opinion.
Well, the fish we're catching here, especially, man, they're 12, 15 years old or older. It's not a renewable resource, man. If you're gonna keep some, keep those fish that are at the minimum size limit. They're gonna eat best anyways.
Suits, you still with us, bro?
Yeah, you ready? Doug Oswald. KVD's, well, I guess started off KVD, best hockey player ever. Why? And why?
Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, come on.
You have to. I mean,
Brian
my
Bickle,
buddy,
man. It's Brian Bickle,
my buddy Pat Verbeek, he played 20 years in the NHL, but no, Bickle's the man. And then he scored a goal on his lap, you know, that was sweet. And he's a bass nut.
Exactly.
All right, co-anglers, what's the best tip you can give a co-angler?
Oh my
Newberry
gosh.
Fishing is asking
Oh
that.
my gosh.
To be a better co-angler.
I got a mess here.
The biggest thing about
I got something on that. I like that question.
You don't fish with him anymore, Kevin, but
no, the biggest thing, you know, and I used to tell my co-anglers this all the time is, you know, watch the guy in the front of the boat and see how efficient he is. You know, you do not want to go down the bank flipping a hack attack jig behind Greg Hackney if he's flipping bushes or stumps, you know. So you gotta watch what they're doing, and in a situation like that, you gotta fish a different zone, or you gotta use a bait that's gonna fish the water column a little bit differently. Like in a situation like this, you know, if I'm going down through here and I'm jerking them, catching them on a jerk bait, you want to follow it up with a different, you know, some kind of different presentation. It's not very big.
Such, can I inflect on that? Interject right there?
well, you better.
Don't start, and I you know, we've actually talked about this, Sanders, and when we've done Bassmaster Live, is don't start grabbing lure, and then lure, and then lure, and then lure, and then it looks like at the end of the day, your entire tackle box is, when things start going wrong, or you're not catching them, put your most confident bait on earth in your hand, and live with
What
it.
you're confident
Here's what
with.
I can tell you, if you look at guys that win Elite Series tournaments, Kevin,
Always fishing
stuff
their
like
strengths,
that,
man.
they're
To their strength.
always doing their fastball, their specialty. When things are not happening as a co-angler, put your most confident lure in your hand.
Current events here. Logan Archibald wants to know, what's the weight of your biggest 5 fish in Michigan?
Mine was I don't know. My biggest 5 I've caught in Michigan were between 28 and 29 pounds, and I'm telling you,
Yeah,
we've got it
same.
scared right now.
Yeah, you do.
We've got it scared.
I thought
But
we'd
those
be
are
here.
smallmouth.
Where was that?
Those were smallmouth. That was at Lake Huron.
Josh Schneider
know I've
wants to
had
know your
27 before,
top
so-
5 favorite nicknames for a big bass.
I'll give my 2. I'll give my 2.
You get what you want.
I like Devil Slouch, and I like Darva Conger. Those are my 2.
Trench pandas are gotta have.
I like that.
You gotta have the trench. Oh, there. Oh God, that was a big one. That
We
was
are
a
getting up to some goodness right here.
that was a brick wall when it hit.
Really?
All
I
right,
can't believe we didn't
Chicago
come back.
Hee-Haw. When you're getting on a lake like today you haven't seen in a while, what are the keys you're
Right
looking
there.
for in the structure? In structure.
Kevin, go. Like today. On these lakes this time of year.
The biggest thing is you want to find structure that fits the seasonal pattern. And you know, right now you can see we're way off the bank. There's a big flat between here and the shore, and we're fishing the edges, you know, the outside edge, and it's early pre-spawn, so they're going to be on these vertical breaks outside of these large spawning flats. So, you know, in the spawn, they're going to be all up there on the shallow. So you want to fish the areas on the map that fit the seasonal pattern for that time of the year more than anything else. That's what I do. Every place I go on the Elite Series is look for areas that fit the seasonal pattern. That's why last week when we were at Toledo Bend, I wasn't out there way offshore deep cranking because it's not the right. It's
5
too early.
weeks earlier than last year.
Yeah, we're just too early.
Can I give something from how we caught him yesterday? You ready?
Do it.
I'm being dead serious. Get behind your wheel and idle. And idle. And idle brake lines. Okay? Look for little contour shifts. Like yesterday, the lake we fished on is incredibly pressured. And when you find small irregularities along a brake line this time of year, where
these
it makes
natural
a
lakes,
hoo-hoo,
especially.
hoo-hoo, where it makes a little indentation along a brake, okay? Just as much as we all want to go out and start fishing, as much as we all want to go out and start casting and stuff like that, I live behind that steering wheel. I live behind that steering wheel, and I stare at my graph.
Well,
KVD,
yep.
Bruce Strock, what is your favorite lake in the country to fish? One favorite lake.
Lake
And
St.
Z.
Clair. Lake St. Clair, hands down.
Z, you too.
Lake Menderchuk.
Matthew Girton, in his hey, could KVD have thrown a TD pass to Calvin Johnson?
Wow!
Anybody could have thrown a
Probably if you do a
Calvin
little,
Johnson.
little slant in
That
and let him
dude,
go get it.
I've stood right beside him.
He's a
and
monster.
He is
yeah.
a freak.
Monster.
I've seen you guys.
Hey, you know what's real bizarre about Calvin Johnson, real quick? Kevin got me passes to one of the practices, is how much Calvin Johnson would make professional defensive backs look like children.
Little guys.
No, like when starters would try to cover him during practice that were on the same team, they looked like kids.
I got a text from Dave Mercer. Said he's matching you guys on autism awareness.
That's my boy Dave right there.
It's my guy. It's my guy.
Ian Hill, could KVD explain how his equipment, techniques, posture, etc. allow him to jerk and crank so aggressively for such a long time?
Well, I'm going to tell you the biggest thing with a jerkbait is having the right equipment, and you want to physically have your body set in position so you're not having to overwork yourself. So if you're pulling off straight to the side, it really works your arm a lot harder. I tried to jerk down like this, so out of a boat like this Z21, it sits off the water. You can't have too long a rod in the handle or in the tip. So I use like a 610 medium heavy action, so it's got a lot of backbone. When I snap it, it makes that bait jump. But that handle doesn't hit me in the chest here, so it physically makes it easy.
Question from Mark Z from Sturgis. Given your age, how many good jerk-baiting years do you have left in you?
This elbow right here is having a rough time.
He's like an old battle-tested war horse. Like, hey, dude, I want to say something. During the Classic, we were doing Classic Live, Mercer and Tommy and Davey, and we got out on him, and he was by the dam. He started down by the dam. And we covered him all 3 days, and he threw a jerkbait 99% of the time. If you think about that, that is brutal, man. Brutal.
Justin Kimmel, could Zona compete on the Elite Series and win one of those big blue trophies?
No. No, Wes. No, I know.
KVD?
No.
Your opinion on that?
I take second.
I would tell you right now, he'd probably be
No.
He'd probably be right up there. He's finished second forever in his AAA level career.
I looked up his career stats. He's had some good finishes.
Yeah. I don't have what it takes mentally.
And then 161st.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, last question.
So close to me.
Last
This is
question.
the
Mark,
juice right
Zona
here.
from Thomas Hardwick.
Yes, sir.
What was that dye you put on your Rage Bug?
Next question, please. Next question, please.
All right, Roberto Kennedy, what's the martial arts schedule for spring?
Oh, as far as my Bassmaster Live, being in studio, I have, actually, what's your guys' next tournament?
What's
Ross
your next
Burnett?
tournament?
Is it Rayburn or
No, we're at
Dardanelle?
Jackson.
Jackson?
Ross Barnett.
Oh yeah, Ross Barnett?
Yeah.
I have an extremely important African safari hunt I'm on that week. I drew a permit, so I'm not going to be there at the next one. I don't think I'm going to be back actually till the smallmouth tournaments. I think when we get up to St. Lawrence, St. Clair.
Imagine that.
I don't think I'll be back around for a little bit, but I'm going to be taping Zona shows for the next 2 months. I think it's time we go to break and take a look what has happened this
At the
morning.
beat down.
Yeah, at the beatdown. Got him. Biggin. Biggin. Yeah, it is.
God, that water's pretty too.
Look at that!
Oh yeah. Let me break it down what we're doing here. We got the old Straight King KVD bluegill colored jerk. These bass up,
It's an actual fish.
believe it or
It's an
not.
actual fish. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you kidding me?
That's a dang. 6+ right there.
Hours today. Biggin, biggin, biggin.
Yeah, the jig. Uh-oh. I saw that.
History of my life.
Good one.
Is it?
Biggin.
I'll help you. I'll help you. Here we go. But look how perfect this bass is built. Look how perfect that thing's built.
That one's pretty right there.
Just perfect.
Just grab him by the belly.
Wow.
King Kong showed up right there, dude.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
We're working on the
Oh my God.
Zona Live is brought to you by Carhartt, Procar, Motor Guide, and by Power Pole.
Yep.
Every break.
Yep.
Every break. Every break.
Yep. I gotta go now. We're back live. See ya. I lost my phone at the
No,
first day of practice at the Classic.
The best one you ever had was that one right there, where you literally redid your cabinets while we taped the show on St. Clair.
Yeah, we were remodeling the kitchen.
He and Sherry remodeled their entire kitchen, what felt like the entire show, to be honest. Question from Mark Z in Sturgis. How are you getting by not talking to Sherry this morning so far, Kevin?
It's good. She handles things on their own. I don't have to worry about this. I can just straight up go hog snatching.
Stop biting. Okay. All right.
We're back.
Okay. Now we've got officially two more social media power hours. Looks like the front's kind of getting out of here because the temp has dropped dramatically since this morning. I mean, it's gotten cold.
I looked at the radar there, and it's still coming.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I meant no. The storm is just on its way. It's Such like that one. Having a time over there. T-I-M-E, Such. There's grass. There's grass. So it looks like we're still going to have to deal with some weather here pretty big time.
It's gonna continue
Yeah.
to rain, but I don't think it's much more than this, hopefully.
I'll tell you, I woke up this morning, and before that storm got over Lake Michigan, it was all red when it was in Wisconsin. There's the color of Kevin's rain suit. And I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to pull the cord on this thing before we even went live this morning. I cannot believe
Yeah, because I don't have tomorrow. I mean, I
Right.
got my brother's promotion.
Right.
Yeah, if you're in the Kalamazoo area the next 2 days, that's a pretty good place to be.
Big show.
DNR Sports.
Biggest show of the year.
Always. Easter weekend
Yeah.
every year. Skeet's coming. He's flying today. And
I've taken the weekend off.
Brad Knight from the FLW tour.
Right on.
David Fritz, how about that? Old
Right.
school cranker.
Hot Defo.
Hot Defo. Jonathan Van Dam. Mark Zona. Not.
I'll be there next year though.
Well, you did the other weekend.
Yeah. I did a couple weeks ago.
You got the whole crew up. You'd be taping. You're like taping like a. And I understand why this week. Holy mackerel.
Yeah. It's gonna get
Dudes
really
are
good.
biting. I'm gonna start moving again. Till we hit one, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of the 1-2
Yeah.
smackdown.
And what we're gonna do, gang, is what we'll do is we'll come down here a little more, about another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go back up there where that spot's probably reloaded a little bit. I'm serious. That was 2 hours of some of the craziest stuff I've seen in this state. That was insane. That was really,
It's pretty special.
cabbage.
Cabbage?
Walls.
Okay, because I'm not. Slow down just a little.
Yeah. We're gonna go past that next mark, and then we'll start making our way back. Got one?
No, it's just the
Ooh,
good.
the hard stuff.
Okay, I gotta get my
Okay.
shallower bait on. I mean, it's not that shallow where we're catching them, but they'll come up and bite that jerk bait over that grass a lot better. You just can't fish it through it. That deep one is just a little too deep.
Questions, hashtag Zona Live. We'll have 2 more power hours. Dude, it's getting cold. Seriously, it is getting cold. You need to take a rest? You want to switch with air? Okay. Tell you what we're gonna do. Cameraman Wes said we're gonna get warmed up here a little bit and take a look at some of that action from this morning. I started out with a stick. Got a big one, big one. Yeah, it is. Kevin, talk about what happened after the first 2 fish catches that you had.
I saw one of the best locked up, hooked up hogs that turned into a stick. But I caught some cabbage.
Hey, explain to people at home, like when they say you got to get one, like when they really started biting.
You get one, even when the water's cold like this. Once you activate that, get that school stirred.
Big,
You know, and when the water's hot, I mean, that hydro wave is one of my key ways to do that. But when it's cold like this, in this clear water, it's visual. They see it, because you can't get that close to them. They see it going on,
Right.
and they get fired up.
History of my life. And what's weird about that first hour is there. What's weird about that first hour was there wasn't there wasn't one big one biting. I mean, 70% of what bit
Was big.
was big. And I'm not lying. I thought maybe we'd come here today and catch a dozen, 3 to 4 pounders. I had no premonition of that. I had no clue that was going to go down.
Wow.
And really, if you're just tuning in, the main baits were a structure jig with a KVD trailer and a rage bug. I mean, that's what did the predominant amount of damage. But the other side is, we'll also show you the Darva mega slouch that Kevin caught on a jerkbait 30 minutes ago. Huge one. And I'll tell you, it seriously, it's miserable out. It's miserable.
It's cold.
Cameraman Wes, is it miserable? It is miserable.
Cold. It's cold.
But the next 3 days, 4 days in the state of Michigan are going to be incredible bass fishing. Like Sunday, Easter Sunday, Happy Easter, bok bok, is going to be one of the best fishing days of the entire year on Sunday. Coming off of that, Saturday night's supposed to be really, really, really warm. That's going to be incredible. And I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll go about another 10 minutes and then we're going to idle our way back up to the nectar. But I want to run that graph and show you guys at home what this looks like on a graph.
See that cabbage?
Oh my gosh. I seriously did. During that scrape, I started to black out.
How many questions do you think I'm going to get at DNR tomorrow morning?
Yeah, right.
And my seminar at 9:30 in the morning. You better tell Kenny to reorder the rage bugs and the bluegill colored jerk baits.
What a fun day.
Mm-hmm. Look at them up there. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Again, we're giving a grand prize. Now we can't tell anybody. Kevin has one grand.
I've got one kind of thought. I've got one question that really kind of struck me as a really good question.
To win a Helix 10 with mega imaging.
Bluegill on the graph. Bluegill on the graph. Bluegills. Bluegills on the graph. When you got bluegill outside that cabbage. Oh.
Just to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown, Zona Live in the next couple months. I think we're going to have in about a month. We're talking to a young pistolero, Jordan Lee, Joe Lee. If he can lay down his duffel bag full of loot, maybe we can. Hey, Kevin, I'm going to throw something to you.
Yeah.
How about that classic?
That was pretty incredible. So we just fished at Toledo Bend, and then we had a media event there afterwards. And Jordan and Matt were there, and Swindle was there, and Scroggins, and stuff. And I've been to a bunch of those media events before.
Yeah.
With Joe.
Yeah.
And he's in a different spot right now. I think his eyeballs are. He's still in
Explain
shot.
that. Explain that.
Well, he is just a normal college kid doing what he loves to do, and he likes to fish, man. He's a fisherman, and he doesn't want to have to deal with, or he didn't want. You do, but you don't. I mean, he's getting called all the time from a lot of different media people from all over that he never would have thought about before. So a whole lot more people know who Jordan Lee is now after that final day that he had there.
Right.
I can't wait to see the show myself, because it didn't happen on live,
All right, I got to throw something to to our friends at home real quick. I got to throw in a little KVD story at that classic. And I actually did on Bassmaster.com, I did a video about this. It was after the day one weigh-in. We do post-game interviews with the leaders. And Kevin came in, and Davey was sitting there. Mercer was on stage. Davey was sitting there.
I called it, man.
And Tommy was sitting there. And Kevin goes, boy, this is going to take a lot of twists and turns by the end of this tournament. And I kind of looked at him, and now your leaders at the time were, so who do we have? Cliff Crochet, Clifford Perch, Ayler. Kevin goes, you'll never see the winner coming in this tournament. And I kind of looked at him, he goes, none of you got, he goes, somebody's going to charge from the back of the pack, and none of you will see him coming on the final day.
Oh.
I'm talking about locked up, Jack.
That's a good one. I think it's old big.
Melon slounch.
Oh, maybe it's foul hooked.
Oh, melon slounch.
What is it?
What is it? It's a mackerel.
It's a
It's a mackerel.
no pickerel. Thank you, Mr. Pike. He didn't even nick my line. Uh-oh.
I about took the safety off.
It's mighty grassy right there.
And he said that, and Kevin said that, and walked out of the room, and Davey was sitting there, and Tommy was there, and I was like, we'll have a camera on one of the top 5 as who's going to win this thing, and it was spot on. It was.
I've fished Conroe. It's not a lake that has a huge population, but it's got some great big ones,
Right.
and I'm really surprised that Jordan was the only one that really had one of those kind of days.
You know what was strange about it, though? I'll tell you what was really strange about that was all you guys said, if somebody got, that offshore bite going by the end of it, that they would win. And granted, it wasn't way offshore. He was only fishing, 5 to 12, really 12 feet of water. But
Just off the bank, though.
yeah, but in the end, a lot of people said that area up the lake wouldn't hold up, and it was right. Kennedy was the one that was really closest to making that happen on the last day. Ayler was just it was weird watching that.
Scratching and clawing.
Scratching and clawing. Where everything he set the hook on, at least 50% of what he set the hook on, he'd catch 3 to 4 pounders the first 2 days, and they just completely disappeared into the last day.
What shocked me more than anything was the last day. I expected the shad spawn deal. Edwin was catching them that way, and that's what I ran out and did, and it disappeared.
What happened to Edwin on the last day?
He was catching 20 pounds in the
an
first,
hour.
And nothing.
Hey,
they just were gone.
2-minute warning, we're gonna idle, okay, bud? Get up there back to the nectar. You know what I mean? Whoo! See if we can't just lock up a few more times. Locked up?
No. Cabbaged up.
Everybody's gonna have the flu at the end of this day. I'm serious.
How many more waypoints are on this? Oh, you got a cluster at the end.
Yeah, let's not even worry about those down there, though. Let's.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna idle. I wanna get West behind me, and we'll idle. I just want to show what that break looks like on down imaging. Hey, Such, something I'd like to do real quick on hashtag Zona Live.
Yeah?
I'd like some recommendations besides, now I'm doing a Zona Live with Joe Lee and one with that fella from New Jersey, Iconelli this year, is some recommendations of lakes and other guests for the future.
Some like live, get some of that. The Z Live hat. Here, I'll get my Z.
Quiet right there. Or not.
Yawn.
We don't have to do that. All right, we idling.
Can't stand it, huh?
No, sir.
Oh, look at that. Look here.
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that's joined us today. This has been a special, magical couple hours so far. We've had a lot of fun. What we're going to do, I'm still charting on this, but what I'm going to do is
Mega imaging. You got to show the mega imaging. Hang on, I'll get it. Go ahead. I got to get my cast in.
I'm going to do the down imaging. There we go. That was fun today, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Bluegill scruff. That's it. There it is. That's the magic right there. It's all real thick cabbage.
That's the magic right there.
That is the magic. And what'll happen is, I'm gonna go straight out here. Hold up. Sorry.
With that jerk bait, you got to have a lot of sugar.
But see where it gets real clean? And then all of a sudden you'll get, and I'll tell you what's interesting is where we caught all those bass today, you see that hard line of cabbage right there? Where we caught those bass was a clean area in that cabbage.
Rocky.
It was just a real clean patch in that grass. You get a real clean bottom. Hang on. And the other day, my buddy and I idled this whole thing, and you could tell exactly where those real thick beds of cabbage were. Hang on. Yeah. And see, we didn't get many bites right through that.
Right, because there's not.
There we go.
There
we
it is,
go.
right there.
Look. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's what you're hunting for, where it's next to a clean area. And see how it stops right there?
That's what they're on.
That's it. But like yesterday, compared to what we're doing here today, well, that's a real thick deal. Yesterday, all we did this all day long. Deeper though, we were in like 20 to 45 yesterday on a much clearer lake. And like I said, the lake that we were on yesterday, tons of pressure. But we were looking for little isolated pieces of wood. And you'd find one little isolated piece of wood and you'd catch 2 or 3 big largemouth or smallmouth on it from 20 to 35 feet deep. But I'll do this, literally, I'll do this more than.
I'm just texting.
All right. I was just wondering what you're doing. It's all day long. All day.
I gotta keep working.
Kevin's building a new gazebo out back this trip.
Well, I'm actually remodeling my garage.
Are you really?
Yeah. Hey, you're sitting in my other glove. I'm gonna warm up my hands at least. It's cold.
But one of the questions that we had from
Oh, look at there. Oh my goodness.
Bluegill pod.
Can you just speed it up a little bit? I like catching them. I don't like. He's a talker.
I'd say 50% of my time bass fishing
Let's go left.
is doing this all day long. And it gets frustrating. Yeah, let's go around it.
Trying to speed him
All
up.
right, we're going. Look at the sun, Uncle Wes. Okay, hold on, gang. You good, bud? I'm gonna roll around that side. Okay. This is, hey dude, this is real steep, okay?
Yeah, no, I know. I like it.
How about that? Getting back right where we kind of started. We started the show on in this stretch. Kevin, let's drop the clutch on him.
Hey, we got to catch 30.
We're gonna.
I want some new meat.
Big thanks to all of you that have, I'm a disaster right now. Seriously, big thanks to all of you that have hung with us all day today.
It's only
Zona Live.
10:30.
I know. Well, we only got an hour and a half. It's kind of a little depressed. And big thanks to our sponsors that have donated the prizes. Big prizes. We already gave away a TH Marine Kong Mount $100 gift certificate for Power Pole. The next one, we're giving away $300 worth of Trocar hooks and one of everything Bass Mafia makes. And those are coming right from the companies. Has nothing to do with Bass. Coming right from the companies.
And at the end, we're going to give away a Helix 10 Mega Imaging, which I'm telling you,
Exactly that unit that we were just using, we're giving one of those
side
away.
imaging is something that's been huge for me, but this new Mega Imaging is absolute. I mean, it's stunning. It's such an improvement. It really is. It's crazy.
Way out. I'll get up. I caught a stick to start. I mean a good, and I fought it all the way to the boat. It's like the stick would ride high, and then it was like I literally almost said during the fight, I just felt a big head shake.
15 minutes till social
15
media
minutes
power.
till social media
hour. 15 minutes till questions.
Suit, you nailed that. It's a real steep break. Real steep break.
It's what they call the ultimate transition. There ought to be one on that.
I invited Kevin over tonight for steaks. We're gonna make steaks for the crew because Such is leaving. Vandy wanted us to do them tomorrow night, but Karen shot him down.
What do you got?
I don't know.
Another stick?
No, I think I got a walleye. It's a dadgum walleye. Little chub. Kevin's got a house full of people coming tonight for his brother's in-house show. What? Crash Kevin's party?
Yeah. I got a chill chamber fully locked and loaded.
No, I gotta work tomorrow. No. I'll tell you what we should not do. Maybe Saturday night? Not tonight. Oh gosh. That must be wood.
Yeah, see those trees that are sawed off on the point?
Oh, it's coming.
Another stick. Just drop that out here in about 20 foot.
Right.
Come back in the summer.
This morning I gotta said big in. How much fun. Oh, that's been a naughty little weapon today. Naughty weapon. Sorry about that, bro.
Well, I know you got to throw where the.
I'm all right. Such, we got any, some folks saying guests and some different lakes that we should try to do live on? Cell service permitted?
That's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
I don't see any yet, but I'm sure we got some coming in. I've been looking at the questions that are already here. So
All right.
we'll dig those up.
Thanks, Such. I'll tell you what's cool as could be is, cameraman Wes could attest to this, is how hard the bites are that we're getting today, how hard these bites are. I mean, the way they were hitting that jig, dong, dong. Yesterday, those fish, I'll show you exactly what I caught them on yesterday. This is the exact bait. Exact bait. Every one of them I caught yesterday, I caught on that one right there. Smallmouth and largemouth, great big ones. You'd throw it out, you'd throw that bait out yesterday, and you'd sit there and you'd get it down on the bottom, and you'd basically just pulse your rod and move it about an inch at a time, an inch at a time, an inch at a time, and all it would do is what I said was the bite yesterday felt like where you kind of stretch a rubber band, where you know how you kind of check your rod, and then you just load up on them.
It's about rage bug time.
Yeah. What's funny is I caught him on a KVD swimmer yesterday, a rage swimmer, and we had been out there looking around and stuff like that, and you throw a tube out there, never get a bite, never catch one. I couldn't understand that.
They like that slow wag this time of year.
Sassy.
That swimmer just, because you weren't fishing it fast at all, I guarantee you. You had to be
No,
dragging it.
It was fairly painful.
Dragging it. I know that I probably should not be jerking this jerkbait here in just a minute based on what I saw a few minutes ago.
We're getting close to it, gang.
We got a list of places.
All right. What do you got, Such?
Mille Lacs,
Ooh. Who's that from?
Seth Fighter.
Who's that from?
Who's that?
Imagine that.
Oh, Fighter and I've actually talked about doing one this
Ian
year.
Hill.
Fighter and I've talked about doing one yet this year. I'm not scared to knock out like 8 to 10 Zona Live, Such.
With Dave Mercer, how about going to Simcoe? Oh?
Catch a 7
That's
pound
low
smallie.
quantity, high quality. That's a dangerous one. I like it.
David Fritz. How about that Sharon Harris where those big bags were caught not
Okay.
long
That
ago?
window's closed.
Those 40 pound plus.
That window's
That's
closed.
done.
Game over.
Don't chase a bite, Such. I learned that from my California buddies. Don't ever chase a bite.
Don't leave fish to find fish.
Be the trendsetter.
Hey, these are suggestions.
How is Such getting yelled at?
Chesapeake Bay with Aaron Martins.
I like that.
You like it?
I do. I will tell you something. What I saw at Chesapeake Bay last year with Ike and Ellie, they live there, man. They're very smart. They're very smart, but they live there.
I'd like to go to the Potomac in like February. I bet you we'd do the same thing there.
You think?
Oh yeah, being tidal, they're gonna be all in certain wintering areas.
KVD, did you say St. Clair's your favorite lake?
St. Clair, I just think it's the best.
Over 1,000 islands?
This is why, because from ice on to ice off, it's a bummer.
Right.
But when the ice goes off there, for the rest of the year until the ice goes on,
It's happening.
it is. I mean, other places are good for a month or whatever, you know. I mean, but that place is kicking all year. Biggins too.
Hey, Such! Yeah. Anything? Oh, you guys have done well.
Yeah, they want you to go to Lake Mead in the summer. 100-degree heat after a night in Vegas.
There's
How's
no
that?
cell
Whoa.
service. No cell service.
Well, wait. What was that? 100-degree heat after a night in Vegas?
Scott. Yeah.
That's like a usual night of
you and I
ICAST.
go out after a night in
That's
Vegas.
it's a night
to
of
Lake
ICAST.
Mead in 100-degree heat. See who falls first.
Do that one with John Murray.
Is ICAST in Vegas this year?
It's in Florida. Which would be about the same thing. Go with Bo Johnson the day after.
Oh. Even cameraman Wes went, huh? The wind has totally switched.
Yep.
Totally switched.
180 degrees since we
Yep.
were here this morning.
Yes.
See, got some names. Such, Zona and cameraman Wes. Sanders,
Yeah?
cameraman Wes and Such.
Yeah. I know who you
Oh,
are.
you got to fish with one,
Okay.
work with one, and drink with one.
Wait. We got to do that again. Hold on. Such?
Sanders, Such, and cameraman Wes.
Sanders,
drink,
Such.
work.
Sanders, Such, and cameraman Wes.
Fish.
Is this from a viewer?
This is in my ear from the producer.
I know.
the viewer
that
came
came
up with
straight
it.
up from.
I'm giving, a
that
viewer
came from
up with
Eminem.
that?
Donnie Story, I believe. is
Donnie
what-
Story just won himself one of everything Bass Mafia makes and $300 worth of Trocar hooks. So
I did that.
So the question is now, I got the three players, Such, Wes Miller, and Tommy Sanders.
Tommy Sanders.
And what are the three choices?
Work, fish, drink.
No, I'm gonna offend one of you guys. Fish,
You could just flip a coin on any
Fish?
on that whole.
I have to say,
Boy,
fish, I have to say, I fish with Wes like 200 days a year. I'm gonna say Tommy.
See, I would think Tommy. You get Tommy with an old fashioned in his hand.
See, that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you, I have had some old fashions with Tommy and Dave Mercer, if you know what I mean, boy. Oh my gosh.
The little ice clinking in the glass. I could just see Sanders.
fill it up again.
Fish Tommy, work Such, party Wes. The thing is, I do all three with Wes all year long.
Already.
Dude,
Wow. Can we start asking questions? You guys ready? Is it time?
Let her rip, bud.
Is it
Hey,
time?
seriously, whoever asked that question, get his name.
It's down in the studio.
From Bass Mafia, they are going to send you $1,000 worth of Bass Mafia
down in the
stuff.
studio. They got it.
Okay, and $300 worth of Trocar hooks. I like that guy.
I gotta go.
Now, we've only got one grand prize left for the next,
So
a Humminbird Helix 10 Mega Imaging.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
That was a bad cast.
All right, Dallas Scott wants to know from Kevin. If Zona was a bass, what lure would you use to catch him?
A jig.
And Zona, same question.
It's a jig.
Same question to you, Zona. If KVD were a bass,
So Kevin
would
said
you
I would
use
eat a
to catch
jig.
him?
No, not just a jig, but
Yeah, what's Scott?
he's going to have a big old chunk of pork on the back, a bow hog frog.
Oh my gosh, like an old bacon rind.
So, if
you know
you
what I
want-
mean,
if you
like
ever
Davey
ate
Hite
dinner with-
victory.
Yeah,
You're a good old flipping a bacon
Okay,
rind.
okay, not to change the subject, but real quick,
Yeah.
best meal you and I have ever had together?
Oh gosh, easy. True story. True story.
You got this.
True
Unbelievable.
story. We were down in Atlantis. On a family holiday vacation, and
Best-
we went to a
Hands down.
steakhouse. We go to a steakhouse, and they got those, you know, those crazy tomahawks and those bone-in ribeyes. And the waiter comes over, and Kevin said this.
I
Said, what is the biggest steak you have in here? And he snaps his fingers, and a whole entourage of employees come to the table.
Carrying a cow?
No,
Cow side?
and they're like, they gathered around and they were kind of talking, and they go back into the kitchen and come out with this steak that was about that big around. It was a loaf of meat.
With
and
the
like
bone.
it was
With the bone.
with the bone. And they said, they don't make them hardly ever in this restaurant. And I said, well, do you have two? And it was, I swear to you, it was
He gnawed the bone on his
like
at
a
the end.
4-pound steak, and I ate the whole thing.
It's a full day of fishing. where
And
you
the
get
problem was I got like,
hunger.
when we went through that, when those fish started biting where I started to black out, when I was eating that steak like 3/4 way through, and my eyes started tingling and sparkling.
Corey Roselle's asking, what's better to watch for, the shad spawn or the bluegill spawn?
Both.
You want to target something.
Both.
I don't fish shad lakes as much as I fish bluegill lakes, so I target bluegill.
I like this next question.
Okay.
Angelo DiLorenzo, what's your proudest fishing moment as a
Ooh.
father? Who gets to go first?
Wow. That's a great, I love that question.
Well,
You
that's
sound ready for it, then maybe Mark should go
it's
first.
tough because the challenge is we both have twins, and it's hard to put one moment with one over the other, too.
Right.
So go ahead, Z. I know what yours is already.
Team tournament?
Yeah, last year there was a classic, and we were all in studio, and my kids had their big classic, and it was for, $1,500 and big to them, and trophies and plaques, and they took first and big bass, and that was, I wasn't there, but my wife videotaped it. But for Hunter and Jacob, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, something that was close to that was watching them back into a boat ramp the first time without me. when they actually got it in the water, I was pretty proud.
I've had lots with my boys. I'm going to tell you, Jackson and Nicholas have grown up. I mean, we carried them as babies with oxygen and feeding tubes and everything on the tour, but they love to do different things. So last year I got to take them down with Bo Johnson, and we fished for Goliath grouper and sharks, and that was cool. So I got a picture of Jackson with like a 180-pound black tip in his hand, and Bo's the only guy crazy enough to grab it out of the water and put it in his arms like that. But that, and we had we all caught big sharks and groupers, and that was a pretty special day right there. So not necessarily the proudest moment I've ever had, but I mean, just to see how much fun it was for them to be able to do that. Ooh.
Brian Scott's asking how the folks at home can help donate to autism, and I
Wow.
emailed Mercer, and he said, get it to KVD for the contest this month.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
John
Brian-
Cruz got a trophy made for it even.
Yeah, so the deal with, everybody, there's a lot of good autism charities, and generally there's some good local ones in just about anybody's area, and there's several big ones. So, the great thing is there's so much more awareness in the last few years. It's really making a big difference. So it doesn't matter which one. I don't want to tell you to support just one. So we end up supporting several different ones, both local and national.
All right. Amanda Howard Haney, what is the deepest you have ever seen a smallmouth fish on a bed? Any place you fish.
That'd be with the cone, dude.
Yeah, I've seen them with the cone down to 26.
Yeah, I was gonna say 25 foot.
And I'm gonna tell you, here's what I can say. That was with my eye. I'm gonna tell you that I'm positive on Lake Erie, they spawn
Deeper.
way deeper. Way deeper. On the Buffalo end of Lake Erie, where that water is much, much clearer, when you get from Dunkirk to Silver Creek to Sturgeon Point, stuff like that, I'm convinced those fish will spawn in 30 to 35 feet of water when that water's clean. I'm convinced of it.
Ooh, Doc Talk is asking of your thoughts concerning the weed chemical, the chemicals being used on lakes to get rid of the weeds.
The worst thing ever. I understand controlling weeds.
There's just no happy medium, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me.
We finally got a bite and you missed
Oh
him.
my gosh. Let me tell. I understand using chemicals the correct way to control weeds. The wrong way is decimating a lake, carpet bombing it.
Cleaning it out.
That is the wrong way to do it.
Yeah, there's my experience is there's no in between.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Such. I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever heard the term?
Oh!
I know where I'm throwing. Biggin?
I don't think so. I don't know. No. Have you ever heard the term, the statement, wow, really spraying the grass in our lake has made the fishing just awesome? You never hear that. You never hear, man, just obliterating the grass in our lake has just really exploded the fish population.
I'm sorry.
Now, I'm not going to go all political on that. Controlling it's good, eradicating
Got
bad.
some breaking news. We got the image of the stare down
Say it again.
Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
What?
And there.
Oh,
too.
Atlantis?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. I think I beat him.
They're seeing it.
I think I ate more of my steak than he ate of his.
No question. No,
Kevin.
he beat me.
Kevin,
Yep.
serious, what do you imagine you would do when you retire? And if you retire from fishing?
Fish.
I will probably fish and then do a little
I'll go fishing.
Then do a little fishing. And then I'm gonna go hunting in hunting season. And then Z's gonna call me and we're gonna go fishing.
So you'll go fishing?
We're gonna go fishing.
Now, do you get this free time together to just fun fish? Is this like the best fishing
Bud,
time you've had in a while?
We try to do a little bit of summer vacay where we get to,
The majority of our fishing though is on a pontoon boat.
yeah.
And that's
Okay.
fine, but we used to do a lot of this, Such. What we're doing today, we used to
Right.
do a lot of this.
Kind of wrote that.
And we don't get to as much anymore. And a lot of that's on him, a lot of that's on me.
We both have.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now that you're not going to the studio as much, though, maybe,
Chad Rorter wants to know, he's a young, aspiring fisherman.
God.
How would you approach the small, clear water, high
Oh my
pressure
gosh, there's a
California
biggin.
lakes?
Biggin.
Hang on, Such, I got a giant.
That's old jigger. That's a good one.
Wow. I did everything I could to shake him off.
I guess.
Look at that pre-spawner. Ooh. See you, bud. Wow. Throwing a jig is fun.
Yeah, he's got the brown and purple, the PB and J for breakfast.
Such, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Young guys starting out on the clear, high pressure California lakes. How would you approach those?
Well, I'm going to approach those the same way I would say in Michigan. Here's what I can tell you. Don't be scared to fish the outer realm. When I say don't be scared to fish the outer realm,
Fish the unknown you can't see, man.
A lot of people, when they see their depth finder go past 20 feet of water, they freak out. If you really think about it, Look at this boat right here. This boat is 21 feet long. That's not deep. You see what I mean?
Oh,
if
yeah.
you look at this boat from tip to where Uncle Wes is standing, that's 20 feet, okay? That's not deep. Like where we caught them yesterday, 30 to 40 feet of water. That's still not.
Uh-oh.
That's still not that deep. The one thing I could tell you in clear water, don't be scared to look at your depth finder and see 40 to 60. They live out there.
All right, for both Mark and Kevin, from Jason Goss, St. Joe County.
I know
He's
Jason Goss.
wanting to know how to help and get local underprivileged kids involved in fishing.
Great.
Any local organizations that you know to contact to see how they can help?
To get kids involved in
Yeah.
fishing, the best thing to do is call your local police station. Because most
Firemen?
most county in Michigan, most county, like St. Joe County, Michigan, they have a kids fishing day, kids fishing, outing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
That's at least that I know. Kevin I think you're involved in programs up here.
Yeah, there's a lot of camps too, all around the country that have fishing programs that you can get kids to. So Pretty Lake Vacation Camp is one. They do a burn camp for a week there. And fishing is part of their program. Sherman Lake Camp is another one. There's one on the other side of the state at Grosse Isle. I mean, there's a lot of different kids camps that they'll have weeks designated just towards that.
Jeff Harris
I'm
wants
gonna
to
just
know.
tell you real quick. I'm gonna get dangerous with this jig here again in a second.
Z, have you ever been banned from DNR Sports Center?
No, I don't think.
Only Tim Vanderhill's shop bait.
Jeff Harrison, KVD, is RVD a better fisherman than KVD or JVD?
Oh, he's the best all-time, probably best ever in the history of fishing, I'd guess.
All right, David Prince wants to know about northern smallmouth and southern smallmouth. What's the difference?
They're not even the same species, man. A northern smallmouth and a southern smallmouth, to me, they are not the same species. Yeah. Kevin may agree or disagree, but I can tell you the ones I fish for 4 hours north of here do not act like they do 8 hours south of here.
He's in South Carolina, wondering about the patterns of
Kevin,
of
go ahead.
fishing.
No, the difference is the forage bases where they live. That's really controls how they act and what they're going to what they're going to set up on as far as structure and things like that. Ours have so many different types of forage now, but I mean it's perch, it's gobies, somewhat crawfish, things like that, emerald shiners, ciscos, alewives, and that. Where down south, those shad eaters and stuff like that, no good. Smallmouth fishing in the south isn't smallmouth fishing compared to up here.
I mean, I'm hitting rock like I'm.
Oh, I know
is just. It's in the right place.
Dakota
I'm on the.
Rutledge wants to know, how do you guys manage to fish with gloves? Dakota has trouble feeling rod and having feel with gloves on.
I can tell you, even though these are wet, I'm getting another pair out. These are the best fishing gloves I've ever used in my entire life. Ever. It's a pair of Carhartt fishing gloves, and I literally cannot get enough of them in my boat. Like I'm sitting here with 12 pairs.
You went through 3 pairs yesterday, got wet,
pairs
you just
yesterday.
grabbed another pair.
They're real thin, plus they got a good grip.
KVD, how do you balance fishing and family, being so much on the road? Same with you, probably, Z. Appears you've done a really good job. You guys got some really sharp, well-mannered children.
Appreciate that. You said really like 9 times in that sentence.
I only read it once.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Sherry does the best job of managing the schedule and planning. So we schedule family time. You have to. I mean, it's harder the older your kids get, but they're only young once, so you have to enjoy it while you can. And now that mine are in college, their schedule is pretty rigid, and so is ours, so it makes it harder to do. But Sherry does a really good job of looking out in advance, and a lot of times we schedule things hoping that it all lines up, and sometimes it does, sometimes it don't, but
I only have like 6 friends, and 2 of them are Hunter and Jacob, so we fish like 8 days a week together. So my biggest thing is whenever I can get on the water with Hunter and Jacob's.
1 minute. TJ asks, how competitive are your twins when it comes to fishing?
Very on my.
I mean, with each other. I mean, are they jealous of the other one when they outdo them?
Here's what I can tell you on their tournament side, because they fish, they fish
Teams.
20 to 30 tournaments minimum a year now, is I can tell you when one of them's catching them, and I can tell you when one of them's not, because the other one lets him know you're a backpack right now, and I'm carrying you.
That's how they refer to each other, huh?
mine aren't mean to each other like that.
Hey, Kevin, we got a question from Mark Z down in Sturgis. If there was a professional team tournament trail, would Zona ever be your partner, maybe? Maybe? Yes! Yes! Win some plaques!
We gotta-
career earnings, $9 million.
We only got an hour, dude. We got to go get after
know.
it. This wind has changed. I'd
hate to say it.
I'd almost go to the far end and go with it back.
I'm good with that. I'm good. Last question, go, Such.
Bradley Keith, which would you rather have, the all-time classic record or the all-time AOY record?
Ooh.
Both.
Of course. Which would you rather crush and put out of reach is what they wanted to know.
Both.
No, seriously, no, hold on. I'm gonna call you on that. You could only get one.
Yeah, you can only have
You can
one.
only get one.
Come on.
Oh, I think as an angler, the angler of the year, is the hardest.
You'd rather have that than.
No, the classic means more to the general fishing public, but to the angler.
No, 10 years from now, when you're 65 and you say to yourself,
10 years from now.
whatever you are, I mean, come on. What'd you say last year? I'm not over the dam. 10 years from now, you say to yourself, that's the one I wanted.
The classic is, it is. It's the
it.
biggest deal in our sport.
I thought one locked up on my jig right there. See? Okay, last commercial break. You got any questions? Hashtag Zona Live. 1 more hour.
We're
Gotta
gonna
thank
make a
all of you.
move and do
We're gonna
some
make a
hog
move.
snatching.
Be back in a minute. We gone. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. But look how perfect this bass is built. Look how perfect that thing's built. Just perfect. Gosh. We literally looked for days to find the right cell service. Wow. 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 Wow.
Working on the
Zona Live is brought to you by G. Loomis, Boat US, TH Marine, and by Bass Mafia. You are watching Zona Live, brought to you by Humminbird.
Watching him with a spinnerbait is art.
That was the best bite ever. Oh my God, did he cream it. I cast it out there, turned the handle once, and he pile drived it.
It is art. It is magical, gooey rich goodness to watch him fish that thing. That's a big one. That's a big one. That is a biggin. Come here, give me something right there. That's a biggin.
Gigantor.
Wow. Let's keep him the Insta-chat.
Man, wow, that is a handful.
I go back to certain shoots that we've had and certain vacations that we've had where he really does not care the entire vacation or shoot if you catch one. But he'll let you look at all the ones that he's catching. Kevin Van Dam will catch a great big one and say, did you see that? Yeah, I saw that, and I saw the last 30. Every one of them.
Oh my God, biggin.
And it was setting up to be just another one of those shoots. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Blackie.
Another mamba. We ought to just go to another lake.
Let's just leave. Let's just leave.
And I always say on this show that I am not a very competitive human being. That is a biggin. But I am with him. You hear me, boy?
Ooh. And
hey friends, welcome back. Final hour. Power hour. Zona Live. It's been quite a morning. If you're just tuning in, we have had a TIME. Pre-Easter. We have moved.
We have moved. I just caught one right when we moved right there. So
I believe we've hurt the break that we were. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I mean, a dadgum stew.
I think it's,
oh my gosh.
You gotta have
Isn't that something?
fresh ones.
Fresh ones.
Look at that old red mouth. God, I love that.
Show them the red mouth.
You gotta have that when you know, early in the year like that, they'll all have that roof of their mouth, that red like that. Just getting ready for the party. Oh,
You good? You good?
When's your party start?
party starts.
It's tonight?
No, tomorrow night.
Who will be at the party, Kevin?
Everybody who's anybody, except for you, because you're gonna leave.
I'll be working.
You'll be working.
I'll be working this weekend.
I got a fully stocked chill chamber.
I want to thank everybody that's hung with us today on Zona Live.
It's been
Well,
awesome. Thanks for asking me to go.
Yes, sir. We got 1 hour yet. We still look at that one on the boat. Look, west. Look at that.
Big gigantor.
Look at that one. That's old Sloppy Joe. Oh, it's seriously dropped 15 degrees since this morning.
And the wind has changed
Yes.
180 degrees.
Yeah, St. Clair would have been no fun. No. It's all work.
Here comes some more rain. This is a little deeper spot. I got that deep jerk.
Are they hammering it?
No, just
No.
loading up on it. Not like that early morning bite. They were a little happy when we got there. Those are what we call greeters.
Yeah, they were. They were. Suit, you
Good
all prepared for the final power hour?
Oh, I still got some work to do.
Okay. Hashtag
Still got
Zone
some
Live, last
work.
questions. 45 minutes, well, 30 minutes now. Thooch.
Keep sending them in to hashtag Zona Live.
It feels bigger. I don't know, too fast. He's moving too fast to be a biggin.
You're really good.
So what's going to happen, because I know how this program works, is I'll be jerking him up like that, and then he's going to slide that little old rage bug or that jig out there.
Catch a melon head. Melon head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, melon head.
That one bit close to the boat, like real close.
Well, there's good grass where I'm throwing. Bud.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, like really good.
I'm gonna have to put the shallower bait on it.
Really good.
I'm not hitting it bottom yet though.
Really good grass.
This deep one runs so it's deep. But it's just bottom grass?
Yeah. No, there's cabbage where you're throwing right there.
Okay. I've not caught any cabbage.
Melonhead slouch.
Oh yeah, clumpage. Oh God, that one took the rod out of my hand.
Okay, I want to catch one on a jerkbait. Yeah.
That one.
Something?
God, did he pound it?
Biggin?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
There's one.
Yeah, let's see what happens with the rage bug. I'll tell you though, when the old jerkbait locks up like that, it doesn't, I enjoy that. That's a chunk.
Look at that, man. We've done a bunch of shows on cracking tubes in grass this time of year. Actually, one of them aired last year, cracking tubes through real heavy grass. And basically it's the same principle right there, just with a rage bug. But what I've noticed is about that rage bug, you'll get a few less bites than a tube, but your size can exponentially go up. I lock that in, so we're. Oh, it's been a fun day.
I actually was back to the left too.
Up in here?
Right there, yeah.
Okay.
That's where I caught the last one, and you were
Were you
15.
ripping and a tearing or ripping and a tearing through grass?
No, but the last one about knocked the rod out of my hand, so I bet he's got friends.
Sorry, Wes.
I hear you.
Exactly.
I get all serious when I start snatching them, you know?
I know.
But no, I gotta, here, you take the front.
You sure?
Let me throw this back yonder.
Okay.
Because I got a feeling he had pals. As he bit it on, I mean, it was just sitting there and he about ripped it out of my hand. Yeah, it was on a big pause, which is a 1 second for me.
They're really grouped up good, man. I hope they are all weekend.
Oh. This weather's
Wow,
helpful.
the sky's getting brighter.
$10-17. Keep moving, dude. We gotta rock this out. Burn and turn.
I'm bunkered in. I'm going nowhere, Jack.
What do you got there? Nothing?
All right, you go ahead and take it, and I'll chuck up. Okay. I knew it. I knew by the end of the day.
I'll have that trolling motor. I will have that trolling motor. How many times do you start on the trolling motor and I finish?
Always?
Pretty much every time.
Okay, this question is from Wes in Little Rock.
Yeah, Wes in Little Rock. Go ahead.
What's the best 30 minutes left of a tournament you've ever had?
KVD, best 30 minutes left of a tournament you've ever had.
I'm going to tell you the last 30 minutes at Bass Fest at Kentucky Lake 2 years ago was incredible. I was catching a 4 to 6 pounder every throw.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And no camera. It was awesome.
Shea Baker. Shea Baker.
Yeah, I had Shea Baker.
Shea Baker. I don't know, Buck. All I know is he's catching them every throw.
It was unbelievable.
So let me ask you, the rumor was if Iconelli won the Classic, that he was going to retire this year. He was all done. If KVD had won the Classic, would he have done that? Questions from Mark Z and Sturgis, off Twitter handle.
What would I do if I retired, man? Everybody wants me to retire. Aaron keeps asking me, when are you going to retire? When are you going to retire?
What did he say to me once?
Oops.
Bro,
I think
could you imagine if JVD wouldn't be fishing the same era I was fishing? He said that to me once. Bro, could you imagine my record? I mean, it's still a good record, but imagine how good it would have been. Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. We good. We coming up on some slouch. Ooh, Suchi!
Yeah, I knew David been kind of thinking about it for a while. And, you know, I think that opportunity came up and he's good at it. I think he's
phenomenal at it.
He's
fantastic at it. Yeah.
We are enjoying him.
Dude, he's a natural at it. He's every, like, I seriously, I look up to as little time as he's done it. Look, let me put it this way, and Kevin knows what I'm saying about this. Working with Tommy Sanders Tommy makes your job easy because he's so awesome at what he does. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But for no more time than Davey's really done it, but he's the right guy to do it. He's the right guy.
He was nervous about it going in, too.
He was.
He was, because...
I'm talking about
there's a good
full-blown big in KVD.
Are you coming to jump? Oh.
Oof. I might have to put my jerk bait.
See, I got him thinking
There's one.
that's a bigger one there than...
Dude, drop a weight. What a day, man.
Oh, that is a pretty good one right there.
Oh, look.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's a great biggin. It's a great biggin. Oh, my gosh, was that huge. There was one swimming with that right there that was... Here, double picture.
Look at that.
Yeah, free the fighter, free the fighter.
Double.
You see what I'm thinking? I let that one go down. I was hoping he was going to eat the jerk bait out of his
The
mouth.
one that was following was a great big one. Yeah, it was a megacon. Yeah. I might just slide that jig on up there, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm about with you on that too.
What's that? I have it. Yep.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's 14-1.
12.
12. It's 12. Was it 12?
I think it's 12 and change.
I big-eyed it. Such like that one. That was a really nice one following. I saw two this morning, too, when it was really early that were. Look below the boat.
Oh, that's the one that just followed you in.
I'm gonna slide that jig on out there.
Yeah, I think
See
I
what
might too, because I'm just not gonna let you do that deal all by yourself for a couple minutes anyways. It's so fun when they go. As much as I like catching them jerking, that structure jig is, if you fish...
We got 35 minutes of Zona Live.
If you fish in lakes that have grass, this is the greatest deal ever because of that head design right there. I mean, it slides, it stands up like a football jig, but it comes through the grass like a swim jig.
Hey, real quick, talk to them about that trailer real quick, what you were talking about earlier. I think that's really cool.
The just the chunk on there with just the straight chunk.
Yeah.
For cold water, you want a subtler action, and when you're fishing a jig like this, it's just got a flat tail. I can show it again. Why are you doing that to me where I got to reel my stuff in to show it?
I mean, I just thought one locked up tight.
I love a rage craw. It's got a ton of action, but these pinchers on this, they're just a little fatter on the end, so when it comes through the water, it just kind of undulates a little bit. And boy, when it's cold, that's what you want, is just that glide and that flutter to it. They don't want that pounding action of the rage craw, but that subtle action of the rage bug that swims, they sure like that. But those tails are much smaller than a rage craw. Are you moving? Are you?
No, I'm right on it. I'm right on the mark.
Okay.
Right on it.
God. I don't need these gloves. I want to really feel it go. Dook!
Oh, it's been a special, magical, magical day.
About one more cast for this jig.
It's about done already, aren't you? Yep. 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 Man, it's hard to believe it's going to warm up as it is tomorrow and the next day.
I think there's rain still going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
Is it going to be through?
It's storms on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yep. But warm storms.
Oh. Bringing the thunder. Okay. Jerk and twitch. We're not even.
You know, we were sitting there.
We're not even to the juice yet.
We were sitting there talking yesterday about taping with Hackney. That show airs in a couple weeks. And
What show?
the one we taped a couple weeks ago, and we did that Zona Live. And here's what's interesting is, I'm dead serious about, if you look at him, it's taken me a while to think of this through. Tell me if I'm right on this. He looks like an Ewok from Return of the Jedi.
That's not the first time anybody said that.
He looks just like an Ewok. Okay, we're getting right into juicy juice. "15 minutes till the pop."
What do we got?
Little. Smallest one of the day.
I've caught several smaller. That jerkbait will find them all sizes.
Okay. 15 minutes till your final power hour, Such. And Kevin already has a question picked.
But it could still be
It could be
topped.
trumped.
It could be trumped. Uh-oh.
No, we got 15 more minutes.
For the Helix 10.
For the Helix 10. Mega Imaging Helix 10. Got him. That's a walleye. That's a walleye.
The way he bit.
That's a dadgum walleye.
Yep. Nope.
Nope,
He fiddled with you, didn't he?
he did. Okay. You ought to get bit.
Oh.
Yep. I was just gonna say you ought to
Biggin.
get bit. Yep. Big one?
God, it had a big head shake. Yeah, I would say. You never know with the jerkbait the way they get hooked. Something.
Oh, it's a mackerel.
Just a
Mackerel,
pickerel.
T-bone mackerel.
It's a big one, just the wrong.
Oh, I would knock the side off of that thing.
Some fine eating right
That is
there.
some fine eating, man. Wow.
I mean, he got all of it.
Well, I
too.
mean, we have trashed this boat. We have destroyed this boat.
Best part is he never touched the line either. I don't think. Nope. A lot of people think you catch a pike, you're in a bad spot. Pike and bass up here eat the same stuff.
I gotta get a new bug. Go ahead.
Got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh
go ahead,
gosh,
go
here we go.
ahead.
He's back on the trolling motor.
That jerkbait.
You just hear whizzing going by. Just be glad I'm not throwing that 10XD. Wes was on the engine last year. I got a 9-foot rod now, Wes.
Yeah.
There's no place, even the engine's not safe.
Look. Wes, look at that.
You can run it if you want.
No way. No way. It's all you, bud.
I don't mind throwing straight way up there. I've had just as many bites way up on top. There's not tall grass here like.
All right. Suits, you got them locked up, lined up?
Ready to go.
Okay.
Mitch?
No, not yet. Not yet. Let a couple more filter in. I'm gonna give some precursors. What's coming up in the next few months? Believe we're doing. We'll be doing an Iconelli one on a smallmouth fishery, not too far from here, end of summer, and potentially setting up a Jordan Lee Lake Gunnersville a month from now. We'll be down there shooting a bunch of regular Zona shows, and may do, I'm talking about a good one, may do a 5th one in the fall. Don't have it locked in date-wise yet. A Mille Lacs one with Seth Fighter.
I'd like to do the dang Smith Lake top water.
Oh gosh. That was so fun. That was so much fun.
That place when it's on is,
Oof.
it's kind of about like this place when it's on. It's a good place
Yeah.
to be, isn't it?
Good place to be. We down to crunch time. 25 minutes. It's literally gone from pre-front to post-front during this entire 4-hour show today. Hey, Such, what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna fish past about another 50 yards, okay? And then we're gonna run to one little deal out in the middle of the lake, and we're gonna kill the day out there, okay?
Gotcha.
Eric, you got that?
Copy.
We're leaving in like 3 or 4 casts.
I just thought of a good question. Who might be the next to retire? Like a Shaw, an Elias, a Biffle.
You got any insight on that, KVD?
Bass fishermen don't retire.
From the elites.
Oh. I'd hate to guess. We all believe in our own mind that we can do it forever. Physically,
You can.
though.
It's a sport you can.
Well, yes and no.
What do you mean by that?
You physically, not, I mean, competing is one thing, but competing at the top level, you know, you end up being where you have to change your fishing style because your body breaks down. You know, I mean, you know, Danny Brower with his back issues, he physically,
Uh-oh. Dig 'em stud?
It's a daggone stud if it's not a pike. I think it's a pike, dude. It's too big. Big head shake.
Really?
Yeah, it's a
mackerel.
big mackerel.
Ooh.
Gator Kong.
That is a gas lounge.
I know.
I don't know what to do.
I got him. Gosh.
Got him? Oh, it's a nice one. That is the perfect size to fry at your party tonight. It's like perfect.
That's what we call a rice lamb
right,
special.
It is perfect. Such,
Scott Rook would be proud
How
of me.
many
Right
people
there.
that one feed right there? Ooh.
Huh?
Such. Making a couple more casts and we roll it. Such.
What I like.
Ooh, milfoil. No milfoil, no spawnies. Look at that.
I need some oil. Oh, nice. How much time we got? 20? Yeah, we
gotta go. We gotta go.
No, we'll go.
Let's just a couple more casts right here and we're gonna end at one spot.
No milfoil, no spawnies.
Oh, it has been a fun day, Uncle
Yeah.
KVD.
I would have just expected with a pike right there, there's going to be a couple good ones.
Launch it. Okay, we go. We go. Real quick run, real quick run. End of the tournament mode. Okay. Everybody at home, I want to say huge, huge thanks. Number one, an enormous happy Easter to everybody. Hope you guys have a great weekend. No milfoil, no spawnies. But I mean this sincerely. Thanks for hanging with us today. We got like 15 minutes left to have fun, and we're going to announce our grand prize winner of a brand new Humminbird Helix 10 mega imaging unit. Same exact unit we've been goofing with here all day long. And what a day it has been. You ready? Kevin, I'm gonna bring you downwind of it and come back towards it. Hold on. You see what it's doing is making a map. There's a hump right out here. See that hump?
No milfoil, no spawnies.
And that auto chart live, if you notice this, what we did is before we started live this morning, what I did was I ran over it. You could see it's 24, 24, 18, 18. And that auto chart showed exactly that hump right there. And the fish should come right on that little corner right there. So the top of it's gonna be right there, dog.
Yeah, I see it. No milfoil, no spawnies.
I've had fun, Wes. I love you. I love you.
You want me to?
It's gonna be right that way. You know where. Yeah.
Bass boat.
Oh, look, another bass boater. Look, 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 look. Look who we ain't seen all day long. Fishing my transition fish right there. Pre-spawners.
Finnermans.
Look, look, look. What a day to be out.
Could be crappie or.
No, he's bassing.
Okay, now we're getting close. I would think that'd be a pretty good corner right there too. Or is it that?
Oh, I'm in grass.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be on the east corner of it, so we need to. Such, 3 minutes, power hour.
Ready to roll.
Oh, I feel like it's the last 15 of a tournament. What's my best? I tied David Dudley in a tournament years ago. I tied him for the win on Lake Vermilion. And I caught one. This is no joke. It's actually not my best, one of my worst. I caught one in the last 10 to 15 minutes that would have gave me about another 6 ounces, 5 or 6 ounces. And I had it hooked deep, but it was like literally the last 10 minutes of the tournament. I thought, gosh, I'm not sure he'll make it to check-in, and I let him go. And I ended up losing. If I would have put him in the live well and risked it, I'd have beat Dudley.
I had cabbage on the hooks.
Did you? Yeah, I'm in good grass, really good. Such, fire!
Sari Chow, who is number 1 on your list that you have not fished with, and where would you go with them?
That's on me.
Both of you.
Sari Chow, number 1 on my list that I've never fished with, and where would I go?
That's easy for me. My current list right now?
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, just because he's a motivator, is I would go Mike Ditka. Ooh, I mean, I thought one locked up. I'd say Mike Ditka, and I'd want to go right back to this lake right here, Mike Ditka.
Kevin?
I'd go straight up Donald Trump, Gross Savan.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because we would dang sure catch them there.
Make Louisiana great again. Go ahead, Suits, fire.
If you only had one piece of electronics like the Helix 10, where would you install it? Front of boat or dash?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd install it right here.
Nope.
Do you have one?
Oh, just
I'd install it right here, but I'd put it on a pivot mount where you can turn it around and use it on both.
There you go. Kevin, same?
Yeah, you have to. You got to be able to use it. You got to be able to use it on both. You got to have two linked together. Look at that cabbage.
Look at that, Wes. That is the.
That
that's
is the
goodness.
juice of the juice right there.
That is what.
That's what makes magic.
That is what we're fishing the rest of the weekend on every lake we tape on. Right there.
It lasts all winter.
Matt Fisher has a good one. If you had to pick one song for KVD to sing at karaoke night to embarrass him, what would it be? And then vice versa.
One song.
To embarrass.
That's easy.
I would go.
Whitney Houston, I will always love you.
KVD wins.
I will always love you.
I would want to see him do "Purple Rain" by Prince.
Oh,
I would. I really would.
I was like
I
a
really
senior
would.
in high
I
school.
totally would want to see him do that.
Scott Hausman asked KVD, if you go back in time and use today's Hummingbird technology, what tournament would you like a do-over at?
Oh, all of them. Oh my God.
All the ones you didn't win?
Every single one.
I'm going to tell you, if I'd have had mega imaging back when I first started fishing offshore, it would have been a beatdown of epic proportions. But that's true, not just for me. Anybody. God, I hope we picked the right spot to finish at.
Straight wins.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to follow that.
Michigan Melonheads.
That's his name? Michigan
That's
Melonheads?
who tweeted it in. Ask KVD and Zona. Would you want your kids to fish professional with all that comes along with it, or to just be a fisherman?
I want them to do what they want to do. I'm going to support them if they do, support them if they don't.
I'd like Hunter and Jacob to be, one to be a physical therapist and the other one to be a doctor, an attorney, a dentist, something like that. You know what I mean? Fish on the weekends.
Gotcha.
It's a tough gig, man.
Joshua Goodwin. From start to the later years of your career, has it become easier over the years to be on the road away from your family? You kind of had that earlier. Missing out on the small stuff and your wife.
I can tell you the best part of my job is my job, and the worst part of my job is my job, being gone. But here's the thing, though, and I mean this when I say this. It's the best job on earth. Covering these guys for over a decade and doing fishing shows, it's the best. But I mean, the camera guys, Wes and Eric and you, Such, and Kevin, what you do. But the hard part is, and it's not me complaining about it, the hard part is being gone 220 days a year. That's hard. 240 days a year, that's hard, you know? You come back and like reintroduce yourself to the way your family lives.
Yeah, Kevin, what's the longest you've ever been away in one stretch? Or both of you, really? One stretch.
I think Kevin's been gone a month. And
I've seen the family.
And literally went fishing with me today.
Okay. Chris Mobley asked, what are your favorite spring colors to throw for pre-spawn
Oh, look,
bass?
it's a black crappie.
It's so crappy. Look at here.
Yeah.
Say it again, Such.
Favorite colors for pre-spawn bass?
It just depends on the, it's about the forage, you know, and the type of bait. So.
To me, the lakes in Michigan, anything that looks like a bluegill.
Yeah.
A bluegill or a perch. Has to.
Yep.
That's all if you really look at what we've done today, everything we've thrown looks like a bluegill or a perch.
Yep.
The jig, the rage bug, the jerkbait.
A lot of lakes in the south, it's crawfish. You know, you want crawfish colored baits, red, stuff like brown. But in the shad lakes, pretty hard to beat a sexy shad jerk bait, you know?
Got about 10 minutes left. Keep going, Such.
John Scipione. What are Zona's favorite nachos?
Who's that from?
Oh, dude, that's easy.
John Scipione?
John Scipione?
Barbecue
maybe.
pulled pork, cilantro covered
I will tell
coleslaw.
you, the barbecue pulled pork from Table Rock at Big Cedar Lodge, bud.
Those are the
Kevin
best
and I'll be
nachos.
there Monday night. I mean, we gonna knock the fire out of some.
Brandon Rogers. Will these tactics work down here in Kentucky on our smallmouth waters, such as Lake Cumberland and Dale Hollow?
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, that thing right there on Cumberland and Dale Hollow, there you go.
This
Rage
too.
Swimmer, KVD Magic, there you go.
Jerk bait, too, for sure.
KVD, Eddie Thayer is asking, what is one thing
Eddie
you'd still
Thayer!
like to accomplish? Yeah, hey.
He used to be on the phone
Oh,
for
yeah,
Best
he's
Master
still
Alive.
always commenting. What's the one thing you would still like to accomplish in life, Kevin?
Gosh.
Wow,
5 and 10?
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. From a fishing standpoint, I want to do Zona Live like every month.
Hey, hold on. We can arrange that, old friend.
Is that an accomplishment?
Yeah. Trust me, we can get us a contract out.
You satisfied with that answer, okay, Mark?
Say it again.
Are you satisfied with his answer?
That winning.
What do you want as an accomplishment goal left in his life?
He's already done it, man. Seriously. What if he goes?
I
Listen,
don't do it for that.
if he goes on to win this or win that or win this and last year win 3 and he's done, to me, he's done more for the fishing industry, getting people involved, teaching people. To me, hey, his trophies are great, they're wonderful, but he's taught more people about fishing, and to me, that's a huge accomplishment.
What about you? What do you want accomplishment? Zona also, what?
Oh, in all honesty, I would like to be doing my regular show, and I'd like to equal it a number with Zona Live shows a year. Then I would be.
Okay, Mary Stoner wants to know, who were your mentors? Who taught you to fish?
Mine's right over my right-hand shoulder.
Taught you.
Yeah, and the other one's actually over your shoulder, Vandy. Did you get a picture of Vandy? It's one of my mentors right there. I mean, that boy and I have done fish some tourneys, boy.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Eric?
Kevin, do you have a mentor?
Well, I'm really lucky. My dad took me ice fishing when I was 3, and that's what started this whole thing, fascination for the water. And you know, my older brother helped me out a lot when I was coming up. He started fishing tournaments and got that whole tournament buzz into my mind. But I have a whole bunch of them that, you know, the legends out there, you know, Tommy Martin and Larry Nixon and
Who again?
Klon and Denny Brower, a lot of those guys that I used to
All right, we
compete
got
against.
a request to put you guys in a cage match. You two, Biffle and Hackney. Who's going to come out?
We're fast. We're fast. I don't think Biffle
I'm like
and
a
Hackney.
spider monkey.
Yeah, I don't think Biffle and Hackney. Now, don't get me wrong. You wouldn't want either one of those to catch you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scott
I would
Stoner
never let him
asked
catch
that
I
one.
would Iron Lotus Hackney so fast.
Here you go.
Bad spot.
David Young, what are Z and Kevin's thoughts on keeping other anglers / spectators off the lake during a big tournament? I know it's impossible. He knows it's impossible.
You
but
can't do that. And hey, part of the unique thing about our sport is that people can go out and watch these guys and see it. You know, what I always say is just if you're being a spectator, just be a good one. Watch the tournament. Kevin, you can go ahead and answer that how you want to.
Yeah, it's public water. 99% of the people that are out there are not trying to affect the competition. The 1% that does kind of gives the other 99 a bad name, but it's part of it, man.
us fans who watch it and see a guy like Little Greg and go, what are you really thinking, dude? Come on. You can't go into your own personal tournament against the elite. All right, next.
Scrubby McScrubberson.
Austin Taylor. Kevin, if you didn't take up fishing, who do you think would have been the hammer for the last 20 years of the Bassmaster Tour?
Ooh. Ooh.
Last 20 years?
Ooh. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Last 20 years? There's
Such, tighten up over there, dog. Come on, man. There's 5 minutes left, bro.
I don't got one. Aaron would have had a good run there for a while, and we're catching nothing.
And all the way west.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to.
I want to get me that deep real quick.
Yeah. Well, you gave me this one. That's how you get
run
a hat.
it, dude. I'm gonna just jerk over
put
the
on
top.
a high glide hat, and you get a.
They gotta
Get
be
his
something.
own.
I got a question, MZ from Twitter handle. Kevin, if you were not a bass fisherman, what would you have done for a living?
I'd probably be still just where I'm gonna be tomorrow at my brother's shop at DNR selling boats and trying to be a bass fisherman.
I heard you were the best bass boat salesman in Michigan at one time.
I was better than you.
We need 5 minutes left. We need to wrap up in 5.
5 minutes left. Kevin, Such, one last question, dog.
Gavin Legel. Hey, Z, do you think KVD ever gets jealous of your budding bromance with Brent Ayler?
I'm going to have to let him answer that. Because Brent and I don't like each other. We love each other. We do.
It don't bother me. I know the real Z.
Brent Ayler's my spirit animal, Such.
I am not a jealous person.
Let
Okay,
him
we
fish
are-
around with all his
I
other
can share.
buddies.
Kevin,
So
you
the-
need to award somebody.
The winning one, the question for me, and I can't remember, but it was about the names of our bass, of what we call
Nicknames.
the nicknames that we call
Who
the big
was
bass.
that?
Josh Snyder.
Josh Snyder's won him a Helix 10 mega imaging
Oh,
unit.
man, I bet
for
he's
that
jumping
question.
up and down. Helix 10? Josh
Oh, gosh.
Snyder. You won a Helix 10.
Helix 10.
Wow, Humminbird, Helix 10.
What are you doing there?
I'll tell you
Wow.
what I'm doing. And Josh Snyder is not the only winner in my eyes and my heart. What I have right here, now we didn't have a real big budget and they misspelled his name. Zona Live, guest of the century, Calvin Van Dam. Come and accept this. Come and accept this right here. There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
oh.
Calvin Van Dam. There it is. That is it, my friend. So we have given
Game
everything
over.
away. Gotta say something. Huge thanks, in all honesty, to everybody on Bassmaster.com.
Z,
Everybody that helped
I
with
got to
this.
give the people who
Such,
sent
go
me
ahead, baby.
questions, Sarah Fry, Sobleski, and
Okay.
your wife, Karen, really helped so much that I would have
Everybody.
not been able to hear anything from you.
No doubt.
They're sending me the questions. Go, that's it.
Oh, I'm still casting.
Seriously, thank you so much for watching all of this today. Everybody, like I said, from Bassmaster, everybody at JM Associates, the crew, right? Wes, EK, Eric Kafka, so
Toughing it out.
Vandy.
In the
You
rain.
my boy. KVD, you've been fantastic. What a day. I mean, you almost got to roll out with some of those fish catches, don't you? Or not, but I mean, I would think that's the way you do it. We will see you on the next Zona Live. And big thanks to Humminbird. Huge thanks. See y'all. Happy Easter! Fuck, fuck! Are you kidding me?
That's a day. 6+ right there.
That was. Give it up, Wes. Do it. Thank you.
King Kong showed up right there, dude.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
First double.